All right, all right, all right. It's your boy Andre, Love Crossing Borders here. You know, it's usually me and Andre and Andrea on Wednesday nights, but Andrea got busy, so I had to take over. You know, I'll take over my own, so I have a problem with that. Shout out to everybody that's here. You know, like I always say, even since I'm alone, we got a cologne of the night. Classic, never let you down. We all know this. We all recognize this cologne. Whenever I'm talking about traveling, some of y'all smelling, y'all ain't smelling right, and you need to be smelling right, especially when with that lady. You gotta have your cologne. Tonight's cologne is Blue Chanel, the classic. Never let you down. Always have you smelling good. Rain, sleet, or snow, you're gonna smell good in some Blue Chanel. It's in the top 10 classics of men must-have colognes. I'm telling you, if you're a guy that wears cologne, and I mean this in all sincerity, and they even have these in the small bottles. If you're a guy that wears cologne and you ain't got no Blue Chanel in your arsenal, you doing yourself a disservice. It is not expensive. Like I just mentioned, it is a cologne you can wear at any time. Excellent cologne for when you're coming out the shower or a bedtime cologne. You can wear this cologne to the gym, to the club. It's one of those few colognes that you can get away with if you just don't know anything about colognes. Get you some Blue Chanel. I kid you not. This is kind of like a starter kit for some of the best colognes where you just want to be like, I smell good. And that's what Blue Chanel is. That's exactly what it does for you. Have you smell it. And what I like about it also with Blue Chanel, it usually goes with anybody's cologne scent. So you know, some people can wear a cologne and it just don't go with your body, and you like, yeah, I ain't feeling that one. Blue Chanel don't care what color you are, race, creed, age. It don't care. You could be a young teenager wearing Blue Chanel, or you could be an 80-year-old man, and you get away with this one. That's one I can guarantee you with this one. Yeah, that's one of my top favorite ones. Yeah, it just smells so damn good. I ain't gonna even lie. All right, guys. What I'm going to be doing is I don't have my cell phone here. So let me, oh, here it is. Because I want to make sure that I'm not buffering. I'm going to be switching over to our portable router. So I'm going to be switching over to that. So I don't get you guys nerve with buffering. So let me switch over this router. So I'm going to freeze for a split second, guys, because I'm just switching over to the other router. All right, now I should be back. I should be back. So yes, I'm looking to look see as well. I'm looking to see as well. All right, there we go. There we go. Much better. Muy bien. Muy bien. Okay. Shout out to everybody here. Ant-Man. Let's start off with Ant-Man. Ant-Man said, "What up, Dre? We'll be getting a consultation soon." Okay, Ant, soon. Let me know if you have my email address and information. I know Gail as well as Felicia usually posts it. So make sure you guys email me at aspence2011 at Gmail if you guys are interested in a consultation when it comes to visiting or relocating here to South America. You know, you guys, I take you guys extremely serious when it comes to getting you as much information so you can safely enjoy your trip, have a great time, as well as make it back home safely. So that's one of the things that I pride myself in when it comes to the consultations. Number two things I pride myself in when it comes to the consultations is being thorough. I'm very detailed. Try to make sure that you get as much information as possible. The next thing that I am with consultations, if we go over time, I don't trip on it. If you get an hour consultation, we go over to like an hour, 20 minutes. I don't be tripping on stuff like that. Or we got a 2-hour consultation and you go over, we go over 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm not about to sit up here and be like, well, we got an extra 20 minutes of consultation. No, man, I'm not that dude, man. I want you to have as much information as possible. Marie says, hey, bro, I'm telling some of them, Andre, why everybody's leaving the eggs out of Cali. I've been a little afraid to touch these eggs. Because the rest of the world knows that you don't have to put eggs in the refrigerator. Only in the United States, probably UK, and a few other places in the world do they actually put eggs in the refrigerator. Nobody does that. You go to most countries, eggs are outside. B, United States is one of the few countries in the world where you have white eggs. When the last time you saw a chicken have white eggs, that white, bleached white? Nowhere. America is one of the few countries where they actually bleach the eggs. Yes. Thirdly, America is one of the few countries in the world that actually doesn't have eggs that come in various sizes. America's eggs may come in 1 or 2 sizes, but for the most part, they don't have the egg sizes like eggs normally are. You know, in America, we like everything supersized, including our eggs. So at the end of the day, yeah, man, there is no, you should be afraid to test the eggs in the United States. That's if you got to put it in the freezer, you got to ask yourself, why I got to put these eggs in the refrigerator? What's going on? Why should I put these eggs in the fridge? Thank you, Mama.
One.
See what I'm saying?
Eggs A.
This is what an egg A is: small, decent size. See that color? This is one of the colors that eggs actually come out when it comes out of the chicken. You've never seen an all white bleached egg come out of a chicken. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, we got 3 types of eggs. This is A, double. This is a double A and triple A.
This is true. Thank you, babe. We're gonna come back to the super chats, but first of all, I'm gonna go with the shout outs. Actually, I'm gonna do the super chat shout outs first. Yeah, don't be afraid of eggs. Be afraid of eggs, United States, with that cholesterol level. Ooh. Okay, Top Gun says, salute, brother. Please suggest that that our bros leave the America dust at TSA checkpoint. Yes. Good statement, brother. Guys, when you come to these other countries, man, whatever made you ratchet in the United States, keep it in the United States. Whatever made you Pookie Ray Ray hood, made you I'm a thug, I don't smile on pictures, I don't dance. Yeah, you keep all that in the United States, man. They don't most countries don't get down like that, man. We make the mistake of thinking that everybody follows the United States patterns. Outside of maybe fashion and music and movies, United States ain't all that when it comes to following the trends. Fashion, a little bit, yeah. Watching us in the movies, yeah, you can always go anywhere in the world, see a U.S. movie, a Marvel movie. I got you. Music, oh, we influence everybody. Dancing and anything got to do with the music industry. Other than that, all you guys that have passports and several stamps, have you noticed that most countries don't act like they the States? They don't. And the few people in those countries that act like they're the United States or trying to be like the States are usually kind of like younger people, you know, under 30, under 25. But yeah, whatever ratchetness you got that you have in the United States, he's absolutely correct. You need to keep that dustiness at TSA checkpoint. If the females ask you to smile, brother, smile. If the females ask you to dance, brother, dance. If they ask you to try food you never tried before, you know, if it's decent, go ahead and try that food. But yeah, man, that acted like I'm a that's played, man. COVID put it in. I'm American. They don't care nothing about that no more. So true, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, Abraham in the building. I finally caught a live stream. Just got back from DR. All right, man. We're gonna be heading there next year for an event. We're gonna keep you guys posted for that, and we'll be in Cali down here on June 7th. That's a good time of the year, really good time, because Christmas officially ends in Colombia on I said June 7th. I mean January 7th, but ends on January 6th on Father Christmas Day. That's the last official holiday for for Colombia for Christmas. They celebrating it right now. Christmas starts in September in Colombia, and it goes all the way through to January 6th. So, and when I say they celebrate, man, I'm listening to Christmas music uh, just riding just a few minutes ago. So, yeah. He said, I've been brainwashed, man. Yeah, I was too. I thought it was maybe just a Colombian thing, but then I started watching YouTube channels in other countries, and I'm looking at these eggs, and everybody's eggs just sitting outside, just crates of eggs, like it's nothing new. And I'm thinking, like, well, why is it that in the United States we gotta have our eggs refrigerated, or something is wrong? Because if we don't have our eggs refrigerated, something is wrong. That's what that is. Dusty Ink in the building. Enlighten our people, King Dre. Love and respect, brother. Love and respect to you too, Dusty Ink. I like that title, Dusty Incorporated. Tonight's topic is going to be 10 reasons, kind of like 9. I came across an article a few months back, and I haven't got a chance to get to it, but tonight I got a chance to get to it. And that article is about 10 reasons why Black people, especially Black Americans, should have a passport. There are countries such as UK where over 90% of the citizens have passports. We talk about Nook Nook, Ray Ray in the UK, LaQuisha, Keith Nim. They may be the thuggiest dude in UK, but they got a passport. And you got some of the most educated, enlightened men and women that have gone to school for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And a bunch of them ain't even got a passport. But Pookie and Ray Ray in the UK, they got a passport. So we're going to talk about 10 reasons why Black people should stop BSing around, and we need to go ahead and get our passports, even if we don't have any plans on using them anytime too soon. It should always be in your identification arsenal, just like your social security card, just like your driver's license, just like your state ID, are all part of your arsenal of identification. You should have your passport as a part of your arsenal of identification. We're going to get to that tonight. That's the topic. All right. Shout out to Victory, my main man, brother man, my dude. That's my man right there. Straight Florida family in the building. Suave Prince OG, thank you very much, brother. Thank you for being here. And it's not a live stream. If you do not have global paper, models and bottles of Brazil or die. Y'all already know what the theme is. All right. Shout out, brother. Shout out. We're going to be in Brazil in a couple, real soon. Actually, within a month or two. Stefano's in the building. What's happening? I'm praying for my Lakers already. So I've been praying for my Raiders and my Pistons. Well, at least my Pistons trying to make it to the playoffs. So Cologne game bananas. Yes, gotta have that Cologne game. Gotta have that Cologne game. He's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Men's Daily is in the building. What's up, Rome? Professor Andre sharing some information tonight. Remember, guys, tonight, make sure you click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Tonight's topic is 10 reasons, very important reasons why Black people should have their passports. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but I want to preach to the choir that's going to be preaching to the choir. Those of you that are going to be talking to your friends, your family, your homeboys is going to be asking, why you got your passport? Why you spend money on a passport? Are you traveling like that? And you don't even travel like that. Why you get a passport? You will have a reason to let these people know why you got your passport. Shout out to Ant-Man. Oh, yeah. I already went to that one. So anybody that's interested in consultation, make sure you reach out to me, aspence2011@gmail. All right. The one, I like that. The one, that's one of my favorite ones too. That Nautica Blue, I like that Nautica Blue. It's very inexpensive, smells very, I like any of the Nauticas, I like because it has a very clean, fresh out the shower smell. Some colognes are good just for getting your in bed. You don't want something that's strong. You don't want something that says, I'm a man. You need something that says that, hey, either I smell good enough for her to want me right now, or I smell good enough to where she can smell with me in her dreams. That's what you want. Something simple, something that's not strong and bouncing off the walls while y'all sleeping. See, that's why you will never see me talk about wearing oud to sleep. You see what I'm saying? It'd be bouncing off the walls. Andre be like, what is that smell? It's not an attractive smell to wear to bed. But that Nautica is. Nautica is one of those colognes. Any of their cologne brands is just one of those. And also the one. That's right is I forget who makes the one cologne as well, but it's one of those subtle colognes that is not too strong, and you can wear that to bed as well as during the daytime. Prime VA in the building. Got two colognes, got two starter colognes. That's all you need, man. At least two. That's it. Spaces and places out there. I like that title. What up, fam? We about to get started with the topic in a second. We already talked about the eggs. Alexis in the building. Make sure we profate Don Omar in the build. Man, listen, which title are you going to be using, man? You got to make up your mind which title you're going to be using. I thought you had something different going on. I thought you had another title a couple weeks ago. Greetings, brother. All right, in the building. Peace to the chat. Hey, guys, I am still on cloud 9 because we have the Colombian 2-year digital nomad visa. For those of you that don't know what the Colombian digital nomad visa, it's a visa for those individuals that if you work online, if you work for yourself online, I don't care if you work and you do Fiverr contract work. It doesn't matter if you got a YouTube channel or a podcast. If you work online for a company or for yourself, doesn't matter. You can apply now for the 2-year Colombian digital nomad visa if you can prove that you are making at least $684 a month. That is so inexpensive compared to what other countries are asking. It's a 2-year visa. We're going to talk about the medical insurance part in a couple of days because they do ask you to make sure that you have international medical insurance just in case anything happens to you within that 2 years. You want to make sure that you're covered just like you're covered with your Blue Cross Blue Shield back home in the States type of thing. So I'm excited about that. It's not we're going to also do a video on veterans. How do you veterans apply for a Colombian visa for the pension visa? So we're going to be doing a video on that because it's so easy for you veterans to get a Colombian visa. I don't say why half of y'all still in the States. I kid you. Other than your kids and family, I can't see why you still in the States. Probably your career, but I'm telling you, man, it's so easy for you veterans, man, because you got pension or somebody that's already retired on Social Security. There is no way in the world I'll be still on Social Security and I'm in the United States. I had to tell my grandkids, well, you know what? I'm gonna get y'all all passports for Christmas. Come see your granddaddy, because I ain't staying in the States. If I'm on Social Security, that's all I got. No, man. And I know that Social Security check worth 5 times as much outside the United States than in the United States. No, man. I'll be getting me a visa somewhere other than the United States. For real. All right. Yeah. He said he phrased eggs in the U.S. Man, I'm scared of them eggs, man. The eggs in the United States will bust your chest wide open. Well, he had issues in his arteries due to cholesterol. So therefore, what kind of eggs are those small eggs that they put in the hot dogs in Medellin? I don't know. I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat any swine, any beef, I haven't eaten that stuff in about 45 years, so I ain't gonna lie. Is it 40? About 40 years. About 40 years. Ooh, about 40 years. It's been a long time since I eaten red meat. What's up, family? Maurice in the building. Mad Dollars just is in the building, just like Twan is in the building. Oh, you in Cartagena now. All right now, enjoying the beach life and the the historic sites, beautiful ladies, enjoying Cartagena, Colombia. I ain't mad at you. Saint Cyr says, busy trying to lock in a promotion. Then I am off to Canada. Love Canada. For the Canadian Grand Prix. Love it. If you guys have never been to a Grand Prix race, I don't care if it's the Detroit Grand Prix, the Canadian Grand. There's always a Grand Prix race all over the United States. So you can't just have. You don't have to just travel to Brazil for the Grand Prix. I'm telling you, if you've never seen a Grand Prix car race, you are doing yourself a disservice. It is amazing what those dudes can do at that top speed, hitting those corners. It's one thing when you see it on TV and it looks like they're kind of like going slow. It's another thing when you are there at the race. Them dudes are flying, and you're like, there is no way in the world he's not going to hit that barrier or those barriers. And they do it, man. They are doing it. Love Grand Prix races. In Montreal, beautiful location, beautiful location. Won't be out of the country until June. I ain't mad at you, man. Then after that, I'm out to. Oh, you got a new one on me. Fortaleza, which I don't know where that is. Let me know where that is. All right, C7 in the building. What's up, fam? Representing. He said that's because most of the citizens over there are recent immigrants of children of immigrants. That's a good point. That's a good point. And what he's saying is the reason why people in UK, most of them have passports, because one of the reasons I kind of thought about that. One of the reasons is because a lot of them are first generation or second generation immigrants. So if mom didn't have a passport, grandma had one or dad had a passport. So it kind of like trickled down to make that they had a passport too. All right, looks like I hit everybody. Oh, we got a super chat in the building. What's up, Mega in the building representing Black by Design? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Dolce and Gabbana, the one. That's the one. That's the one I was trying to think of the one. Dolce and Gabbana. Good looking out. Yes, good for fall and winter. Yes. That's in the top 10 also. That's in that right there. That Dolce and Gabbana, the one. I'm telling you, they call it the one for a reason. You ain't never lied. Listen, I went through mine. I got to get another one. I got to get another one. I couldn't even lie. Oh my goodness. I'll be going through my comment list. I probably wear, in all sincerity, because here in Colombia, you take a shower like every 3 hours, it seems like. Take a shower when you get up, a shower when you go to the gym, shower after after you leave the gym, a shower, just throughout the day, a shower before a live stream, then the shower before you go back to bed. So you take showers all day long. I probably put on at least 3 to 4 different colognes every day. Easy 3 or 4 different colognes. Unless it's a scent that is a scent that I know is one of those that lasts like 10 hours, 12-hour colognes. But for the most part, DJ Jizzle in the building. That's my right-hand man right there. Yeah. Cheers in the building. Cheers just show up every blue moon. That's what's up. All right. Looks like I got everybody. I know I didn't get everybody's comments, but I really want to get started on this topic. I want to make sure I shout out to Sam in the building. Yeah, we are up. That is true. The Mister can't beat that title. Can't beat that name. All right. In Tech One in the building. Was talking to my family. US is getting expensive. That is one of the reasons of getting a passport. Kind of funny that you would bring that up. And the gorgeous, the beautiful, the enlightening and encouraging. Make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. Gail Nilsson. I'm telling you, boy, I keep playing. Gail, one of them channels I subscribe to like 4 times. Like, how do I? Okay, I subscribe on my phone. Did I subscribe from Gail? Like, I subscribed like from Love Crossing Borders. Then I went over to Mostly Money. Then I went over to Andrea's channel. Then I went over to Travel Unravel. All our channels. I subscribe to Gail showing the shout out, and our other, Gail the Southern Belle. I also subscribe to her channels that way. So I subscribe to the ladies' channels and encourage them, because they are always there for us. Oh, Tom Ford, need you say more? Need you say more? Tom Ford, yes. That ombre leather, yes, yes, yes. Tom Ford is actually what got me into leather scents. I was really not into leather scents, colognes, or really understood them until I got a Tom Ford cologne. So you're absolutely correct, man. Kid you not. All right. Gail says, I know a couple making $176,000 a year, struggling right now. Girl, if you don't come on here and preach, $176,000 a year and struggling. Student debt, car notes, the house notes or the apartment, credit card debt. I mean, they program us to act like everything is free when we know it's not free. Or you can pay it later. Don't worry about it. You can pay it later, but you still gonna have to pay it. So yeah, I can see how that can happen easy. I know a few people like that. Wow. Marie says, Gail, he said, I'm waiting nearly 200. He said, I wait nearly $200,000, still struggling. Oh, you mean I make nearly? Oh, I guess you mean I make nearly. You said I wait nearly. I think you mean to say you make nearly $200,000, still struggling. I don't see how y'all do it. It took me. I'm gonna tell y'all something for real, in all sincerity, as your brother. It took me a while to build up the confidence to not feel guilty and say, I don't know how y'all do it. Because I didn't want to come across as like, well, you outside the United States, now you all arrogant and stuff. I didn't want to come across like that, because I know that times are tight. And I know that people still got family responsibilities back home that I don't have, or they have economic, like your job or your career is back home. So I never want to say anything, because I never want to come across like, oh, he just think that he just missed it because he just moved out of the country. So I never want to come across like that. But it is tight back home. And I don't, right now, I don't see how y'all do it. I won't lie. I couldn't do it. I would be so frustrated. Thank you, Clock. I would be so frustrated living all this time outside the United States to go back to the prices that you pay to be a U.S. citizen. I can't do it. I can't do it. Some of y'all be like, I leave the country for the ladies. And I understand how some dudes are like that. Or some dudes say, I leave the country for the culture. And I understand how, some ladies, men are like that. I could say that I left for a little bit of everything, but I could easily say one of the top reasons that keeps me out of the country, the currency is so good. If you make US dollars and you don't live in the US, you are living good. And you ain't got to go broke like Kanye. Yeah, I said it. I said it. And you ain't got to go broke like Kanye. All right. I feel you. I'm moving to Cali in 2 months. I ain't mad at you, Charles. Your girl helping me. Yeah, I know. She hit me up. She told me. I ain't mad at you, for real, in all sincerity, man. Excuse me. You know how we always do the cost of living index. So let's get started with the topic. I think we're going to skip around today with this topic. I'm going to pull this up over here. And this is the article that I came across, guys. Thank you guys for the super chats, by the way, and the cash apps, so forth and so forth. Let me put that banner up here. Anybody that want to support the channel by way of cash app, you could do that as well. This is the article I came across months ago, but I never really took time to really hit it up, right? That's what's up, Prime VA. That is what's up. But now I want to do this video do this, not video, but do this article tonight. So we're going to walk through it. And since we had already been talking about one of the reasons, I'm going to scroll down to that reason. And it says number 4, it says to save money, just to save dough. It says the US is expensive to live in. Actually, more than 83% of the countries on the cost of living index. Could you imagine? There's only like 200 plus, like 203, 204. I think it's I think it's 191. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Countries in the world, populated countries in the world. And 83% of them are not as expensive to live in as the United States. And we're talking about major developed countries. We're not talking about some countries that's, they ain't doing too good, times are tight. We're talking about some developed countries. And the United States is more expensive than 83% of the countries on the cost of living index. Now let's look at the cost of living index real quick. And it's showing you where the most, if you look at this map, you can see where the most expensive countries are in the world. Of course, it's the UK. Then we'll talk about Canada. United States, including Hawaii, of course. Then we'll talk about cost of living index. You see what I'm saying? Expensive. Look at this. Look at this in Norway. But you get a bang for your buck in Norway for all that you get. Iceland. Really? Iceland. Italy. Same, even higher than the United States. I've already heard Australia was expensive to be in. Now let's go down to South America. Now we know Venezuela, inexpensive. Colombia, you don't see nowhere near 80 or 50 like you see in the United States, 75. Peru. Chile is and Argentina are a little higher. Argentina is going through rapid hyperinflation right now. Chile, Brazil, but none of them are on the level of the United States and Canada or Australia or Norway. Sweden's up there, but remember, all these places give you a bang for your buck, like a free education, free health care. So all the stuff that you are paying in taxes, yeah, but you get a bang for your buck in return. Germany, France, all of those are a little higher. UK, Ireland. But when you can come down here to Colombia, look at there. The cost of living index is so low. So low. Some of the most expensive places to stay. You got Bermuda, which I already knew. Switzerland, Iceland. All these places. United States, number 18 on the list of one of the most expensive countries. So when we say that you're paying, you're not getting, what you deserve for your money, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul in the United States. You're literally having to rob Peter to pay Paul. Do I pay this month, or do I pay that month? Or you pay off all your bills, but you don't pay yourself in regards to your savings. So now your savings or your investments suffer because you try to make sure all your bills are paid off. Then in the United States, they're telling you that with all that you've acquired, that ain't good enough. Your neighbor's got a truck, it's bigger than your truck. Or the truck that you and your neighbor has, they came out with a new color this year that nobody else has. Your color is obsolete. Ladies, they tell you that, remember they told you that Coach was it. Your Coach purses, remember back in the day, in the early 2000s, late 90s, you couldn't tell females nothing. Y'all all had y'all little Coach purses. Then what came along next? Michael Kors. Damn, a coach. We gotta have Michael Kors. Then y'all went through the Dolce & Gabbana phase. Now y'all talk about some $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 Birkin bags. The United States is created to tell you whatever you got ain't it is obsolete immediately. Some of you dudes were having great fun with your Xbox 2 until they start telling you your Xbox is obsolete. What? Your PlayStation that you love so much, this winter, they're going to tell you that PlayStation is obsolete. Yeah, I went way back with it. We all remember them days when you thought you was, hey, fellas, we thought we was doing something. We bought our little girlfriend, our little wives a Coach purse for Christmas. We thought we was doing something. We all out there at the mall outlets during Christmas time, trying to figure out which purses. And then all of a sudden, years later, we still out there looking at the Michael Kors purses. And okay, her birthday coming up. This her favorite color. She don't have a rust colored one. Now women are telling y'all, I want a $10,000 Birkin bag. Are you out your rap? I don't see how y'all do it. It's not only that you can't keep up with your bills, you can't even keep up with your woman and what her desires are. All of a sudden, y'all want the ladies. Remember a few years back, all of a sudden, all the ladies want the Jimmy Choo shoes. Like, girl, you know how much those shoes are? I want some Jimmy shoes, Jimmy Choos. I'm telling you guys, I don't get it. So one of the reasons, let's go back here. One of the reasons why you should be focused on getting your passport is that it is just so expensive to live in the United States. It really is. And you can't save money like you really want to. It says, even though, he said, ever thought about leaving the US for a while? Just for a while. And I mentioned this on a live stream a couple of days ago. Even if you left the US for 6 months to a year and just watched how much your money stacked, how much you can do. I'm telling you, if you make, and I mean this in all sincerity, if you make, let's say 50,000, I'll even make it better. You just starting your online IT job. You're making 25,000 a year. In the United States, you already know that 25,000 a year is going nowhere. Tax is going to eat that up. Any other bills that you guys going to wipe that away. And don't call yourself want to date somebody. Only thing you're going to be dating is your television. That same 25,000 in Colombia, with the rate of the dollar right now being almost 5 to 1. That same 25,000 has the buying power of $125,000. This is one of the reasons why Black people should have a passport. We might not be able to get ahead of the curve in the United States. It'll take generations upon generations for us to catch up on that curve. But there are countries where as soon as you walk in as a Black person and you got U.S. currency and a U.S. passport, you're in the upper echelon. No questions asked. While you're still in the United States trying to struggle and make it and get to where the Asian dude is and where the white man is, while y'all doing all that for 60, 70, 80 years, all you need is your passport, and your passport will take you to countries that as soon as you land, you'll be like, I can afford that house, that building right there. I could buy that business over there. I can get 2 of those businesses over there and buy a piece of property and still date 3 women or date 3 men in many of you ladies' cases. So when I say get your passport, brothers and sisters, nothing against my white brothers and sisters or Asian or Latin brothers and sisters, but this conversation, this is family folk conversation. One of the reasons, the 10 reasons to get your passport is expensive as heck to be in the United States, and you deserve better. And we do not have time to try to continue to struggle to get to the top. And as soon as we get to the top, we got a fool like Kanye West running off at the mouth and all that money gone. Could have helped so many people in the Black community. Is gone, wiped away, just like Mel Gibson, never to be seen again in life. Marie says, matter of fact, Andre, I'm going to invest in those 3 companies you said once before. Chewy, yeah, I did. I invested in Chewy, I invested in Petco and PetSmart. Y'all thought I was playing when I said that about women in the future. If you want to invest in a stock and just let that money sit, don't worry about it. Let it go up and down, up and down. Chewy, Petco, PetSmart. There are going to be so many lonely women in the world over the next 20 years. And all they're going to have is that dog, that cat, that parakeet, or that fish. And those stocks are going to fly up. They're one of the few stocks right now that didn't even plummet when the inflation rate hit. When all these other businesses in the third quarter lost profits, Chewy, Petco, and PetSmart didn't lose a thing. They gained profits. Why? Because there's more and more and more, and I hate to say it, more and more lonely women that ain't got nobody else to lean on. And guess what? Here's the even kicker, fellas. Y'all ready? And even for you ladies. The reason why I talk about this in regards to women and pets, women not only don't want themselves to be lonely because they don't like loneliness. Nobody does. They buy another pet so that pet doesn't be lonely. So a lot of women got 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 birds. If you think Petco, PetSmart, and Chewy ain't cleaning up, don't think that most women got 1 dog. Most women, they don't like loneliness. So as soon as that dog look like it's lonely, I don't want you lonely like I am. Let me go get another dog for my dog so my dog don't be lonely. So when I say invest in these stocks, keep on thinking I'm saying this as a joke. Women gonna tip this stock. Women gonna feed this stock like they feed their pastor. That's how much these stocks are gonna be going up. Like these are pastors in church, and you know women feed their pastors in church. Boy, they make sure that plate full and his belly full, and in many cases his bedroom full. Shout out to the pastors. Make it 25 a K. Yes. Your ass ain't gonna be doing no dating. Yeah, you're gonna be on the Pornhub. Yeah, in America. Yeah, that's what you're gonna be doing. You and your computer. That's it. In the basement, in the bathroom, all alone. When all you had to do was get a passport. That's all you had to do. Let's go on to the next one, guys. That they mentioned in this article. Shout out to you guys. Oh yeah, shout out to my brother Gabe, the super chat. Black baby in the building, representing just for the love of the game. In the mortal words of the lead attorney, just for the love of the game. Thank you, brother, for that super chat. Now let's go back to this article. But I want to start off with that one. I really did want to start off with that one. The first one, it says the reason why Black people should have a passport is connect with folks internationally. You need a passport. Yes, you do. If you're trying to meet that woman or that guy on an international scale, it's one thing to talk to somebody on a dating app. It's another thing to really be there and meet that person. It's one thing to sit back It's one thing to sit back and watch people have celebrations in New York or LA or Chicago of our Black heritage, our Black roots. It's another thing to get our tails on a plane and actually see it for ourselves. It's one thing to not even know. This how important a passport is. Can I get a 1? I know I'm about to put a 1 in the comment section for this one. How many of y'all even knew Afro-Colombians existed? I'll put a 1 in the comment. I didn't know. I ain't gonna even sit up here and pretend like I knew that all these Afro-Colombians were down here. I knew about Brazilians. I knew about my Caribbean brothers and sisters, but I did not know it was almost 5 million Afro-Colombians down in South America. I didn't know about Afro-Peruvians, Afro-Argentinas, Afro-Ecuadorians, Afro-Chileans. I didn't know none of this. Put a 1 in the comment section if you didn't know none of this. I didn't know. That's why I put a 1 in the comment section. I was the first one to put a 1. I didn't even know all these beautiful none. Think about it. Without your passport, we wouldn't know nothing about all these Pacific Coast recipes that Black people make. We wouldn't know anything about all these dances and this culture. We wouldn't know nothing about Palenque. We didn't know that the first free slave town was outside of Cartagena. We thinking this had to be in the United States because everything is in the United States. Your passport as a Black person, that's why in this article, it shows you the world from an international perspective. If we didn't know that there were Afro-Colombians, what other African groups or Afro-descendant groups that we don't know nothing about? Some whole country of Black Asian people that we didn't know there was a whole country of Black Asian people in that area. You couldn't have paid me to know that there was Afro-Colombians. What? They're the third most Black group outside of Africa. You're like, well, stop it. And they speak Spanish. What? Black people speaking Spanish? Stop this tomfoolery. I didn't know this. And I see about all these ones in the comment section. A lot of y'all brothers. Shout out to Black Men Travel. Another classic streams. I didn't know I didn't know this. I knew about our Brazilian brothers and sisters, but nobody could have paid me to know that there were Afro-Colombians. And that's sad. My ex-co-worker, Fabian, smooth name, see what I'm saying? Castillo used to play my MSL team, FC Dallas. So maybe you might. I didn't know this. I didn't know that in the United States. Here we go, Charles. I didn't know in the United States, and I could understand why in Dallas. I didn't know the number one or the largest population of Afro-Colombians are in Houston. I didn't know that until I got a passport. It took me to get a passport to know that there were Black people that spoke Spanish in my own country. That's why Black people need to have passports. Number one, understanding life and what's out here on an international scale. On an international scale. That's the number one thing that he mentioned. Shout out to you guys for the super chats. So Lou, thank you very much, brother, for the $20 super chat for the love of the game. For the love of the game. Just supporting. He didn't put a comment in there. Just love the game. And he looking smooth with it. Smooth with the blazer. See what I'm saying? With the blazer, with the wine colored shirt. I ain't mad at you. I see some very dark Asians and Cambodians in tight. Right. Aaron, I ain't mad at you, brother. You and all you brothers on that side of the world, I am so envious. Not in the sense of like going to Thailand and the party and all that. That's cool. All that is cool. but the historical part that you guys get a chance to see, the architecture, the sculpture, is not just on National Geographic's channel anymore, Nat Geo. You are actually right there seeing temples and seeing structures and architecture and design. You're actually, it's not that you're watching Netflix and they have the street food of Asia. No, you're right there eating the street food of Asia. You know, it's a wonderful thing to sit back and see what you guys are doing. And you guys are down there with Austin. I just watched your video that you dropped a few hours ago, and I watched the one yesterday when you guys were interviewing each other in a conversation. And it's just amazing to sit back and see what you guys are doing over there as far as really taking advantage of the moment and not just on party mode, but actually enjoying the whole gambit of saying, hey, I'm out here in Southeast Asia. I'm going to really see it myself. So when I get back home, if you ever go back to the States, nobody can tell you what Southeast Asia is about because you actually saw it for yourself. Man, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, EJ said the same thing like the rest of us. I ain't know. I ain't know. I didn't have an inkling. I didn't have an inkling, like a hint. Here's the kicker. And I was hanging with Colombians in the States. I didn't know there was Afro-Colombians until, I'm gonna tell you how naive I was. I'm hanging in Colombians in the States, in Tampa, one of the largest Colombian spots to go to, right? Shout out to Richie Mack. Yeah, he does on this channel. And I'm going to the Colombian nightclubs. I'm thinking these just regular sisters. And so I'm like, well, it's just some regular sisters up in the club. So I'm somewhat ignoring them because I can go anywhere to see some sisters. I'll come up in here to see the Colombians. I'm dancing with the Colombian ladies. Get my passport, go to Colombia, right? Went to Medellin a few times. Went back to that same club after going to Colombia and learned about my Afro-Colombian sisters and brothers. All them black people up in that same club that I thought was just regular black people, all of them was Colombian. Every single one of them. In Tampa. In Tampa. That's what I mean by your passport will even introduce you to cultures in your own country. I'm sitting up there thinking that these are some regular brothers and sisters. I ain't trying to be by. I'm trying to be dealing over here with the Colombians because I'm stereotyping like I've been programmed to do, not realizing that not all Colombians are pale skinned. My bad. my bad. I know. And them sisters were fine too. So every time I went in the club, you better believe I'm walking over there with the brothers and the sisters because I know them Afro-Colombians over there. I'm walking over there with them. How many people know that I probably pronounce it Cubana or Cubina originated from Colombia? Or Kumba or Cumbina? Let me write that down. Explain what that is, Stefano. Because I'm going to write that down. Cumbia. And I've heard cumbia before, man, in a song or something. A lot of people didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. All these gorgeous sisters, cool brothers. I ain't even know. Shout out to Victory in the building. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Just dropping a dime for the cause, man. Showing the love, man. No comments, just straight for the love. I appreciate that. So you have to be carefully calling those folks black because when in America, a lot of them to me non-black, a lot of them try to be non-black. No, not the ones I've been around, not in Florida. Unless they think they can get something out of being classified as black. No, I didn't get that. And I've heard of black people that are like that, kind of like, well, I'm not black. And you look, Negro, you darker than I am. Stop it. But the Afro-Colombians that I met, they see, you got to realize that's hey Wayne, have you hung out with Afro-Colombians? Let me ask you that. Because most Afro-Colombians, they man, they more proud of their black roots than we are in the States. I thought we were some proud black people. Boy, Afro-Colombians, because they still got their roots, their heritage. If you go to an Afro-Colombian funeral, it's like the States. I mean, it's like Africa. If you go to their church services, it has an undertone of Africa in it. It is not like when you go to church and you go into the States. It is completely different. It's crazy, man. They still have their own religions, like the whole African vibe, man. They slavery didn't take nothing from them, nothing. I mean, as far as a lot of their heritage, they still have a lot of their roots. That's why you go to the Afro-Colombian festivals, and a lot of how they behave and carry themselves, it still has that African undertone. Like when we have an African celebration, you can tell it's just a bunch of Americans acting like they're from Africa. But you know, we just Americans just dressed. You can still see the tag on our clothes, on our dashiki. Like you still see the tag on there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of Americans dressing like we're African. But down here, Afro-Colombians, it's like they still got their roots in Africa, man. They serious. And they will tell you, my people from the Congo. Here's another thing, man, about Afro-Colombians that a lot of people don't know. Most of their last names are still African. Most Afro-Colombians' last name. Now, their first names might be some of everything, but their last names, straight from the motherland. We can't say that. All our Johnsons and Jacksons and Smiths, Jeffersons, we can't say that. So yeah, I feel where you're coming from with that, Wayne. But yeah, it depends on the individual. I've seen people like that too. Andre love cars. My coworker was Black Colombian woman named Myra. Oh, Maria, my bad. Sorry for the mix-up. But you just taught me that Houston. Yeah, Houston is like has a huge. Our girl D, she told her story one time. She said before there were, you needed a passport and 9/11, all this stuff back in the 50s and 60s. She said, I mean, back in the 60s and 70s, her dad and her dad's friends will all be on the delivery ships, on those tankers, and the tankers would pick up supplies in Colombia, and they would go to Houston, hang out in Houston for a couple weeks, go back on the tanker, and make sure do their work, and come on back to Colombia. They said it was nothing. She said that's how her family got there to Houston. That's how D tours back D. She said that's how her family got there, because back then you could just wasn't nobody on passports like that, or hyper security, so you could have your fun back then. And that's why Houston is such a that Houston Galveston location has so many Afro-Colombians there, because of that time period where you could just freely go back and forth. If you were on one of those delivery tankers, those supply tankers, if you worked on those, you go back and forth between Houston and Colombia. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. Maybe Flyboy Way knew, because I didn't know about Afro-Colombians. I didn't know. Shout out to Flyboy Way. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. That's my boy Fresh in the building. In the building. Okay, Brio says, let's see. Or Biro, my bad. First, I knew black people were in Colombia, mainly due to the ethnic composition of their football teams in the world. That's a good, but you know something? I was such a fan of Brazil. I wasn't even looking at Colombia and their team. That's a good point. By looking at World Cup soccer teams, you can kind of tell, like, there's some brothers and sisters down there. That is true. Good one. Real good point. Nobody watched Carnival on TV. Yeah, I mean, far as Brazil, yeah, we knew Brazil. We knew about the brothers and sisters of Brazil. But yeah, I didn't know about Dark Green. Salute, brother. about Afro-Colombians, man. That guy blew me away. I'm like, and they fine? I'm like, bet. Let's go on to the next one, guys. So we already looked at number one, or we already looked at one before. We already looked at down here at number 4, to save money. You know, being in the United States, it says United States is expensive to live in, and actually more expensive than 83% of the countries on the cost of living index list. United States is expensive, boy. Woo! For the exact, this is the part. It's expensive for the exact same things. It ain't like you get something special in the United States, like this loaf of bread is a special loaf of bread. Nope, it's the same loaf of bread that you get in another country, and the United States charge you an arm and a leg for that same loaf of bread. Number 2 that we looked at is to connect with folks internationally. Yes, to network, to see people for yourself, to date people who you want to date, not just people in the States. The next one we're looking at is the Trump factor. Even though Trump is not president anymore, it says, in case you haven't noticed, the political arena in the United States is scary. Yes, it is scary. We got an election coming up. We don't know to trust the Democrats or the Republicans anymore. Bernie Sanders is right in the middle as an independent, but he can't do it all by himself. So what they're talking about right now is if the defecation continues to hit the fan, you want to be ready to leave if needed. Okay, we're gonna pause that moment, that statement right there. A perfect example of wanting to leave the United States, and I know it's a super chat I didn't get a chance to get to yet, I believe. A perfect example of not being able to leave the United States because you didn't have a passport when you wanted to leave was 2020. There were so many of y'all able to go to whatever country you wanted to and ride the pandemic out. And some people, many people that didn't have a passport in the United States couldn't go nowhere. It wasn't because the flights were expensive. It wasn't because the flights had shut down at that time period. Eventually they did, but initially they didn't. It was because many Black people didn't even have a passport, to where if they did want to go to another country to ride out the pandemic, they couldn't. You stuck in the zombie apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse popping off in the United States. Y'all run around getting guns and toilet paper. Ain't no other country running to get guns and running to get toilet paper. And anybody that had a passport that wanted to get out of the country before the planes landed was able to do it because you had a passport. The political landscape in the United States, just like many other countries, I'm not going to put just on the US, but just like many other countries, is shabby. It's shabby. Okay, Stefani, I'll ask her. It's real shaky in the United States. It used to be you just didn't know how to trust politics in general. Now you don't know which politician to trust. You got 2 gang members, the Democrats and the Republican GOP. And no matter what bill that needs to be passed to help the American people, neither one of them give a dang about us. And you living in the middle of that. All the policies, all the state, even on the grassroots level, you don't know what mayor to trust no more, governor. You can't trust your city council. I give you a perfect example of Black people need their passport. In the city of Tampa, Florida, they passed a bill in the city council. Any kids caught doing tricks on a bike would get a ticket. $25. Did you know that 85% of all those tickets that they gave out within the first 2 years of that bill was to young Black boys? Oh, he's doing wheelies on his bike. Give them a $25 ticket. Now, here's the kicker. City Council, Tampa, Florida. 85% black boys in a 2-year span. We talk about over 100,000 tickets. They were giving out tickets all summer, crazy, like crazy, giving out tickets to kids. What is a little boy gonna do with a ticket of $25 once they hand it to him? Soon as that police officer go around the corner, he gonna toss that thing in the trash. I'm about to take that ticket home to my mom and get in trouble or lose my bike or get a spanking or get put on punishment because some police officer sat back and told me I couldn't do wheelies on my bike, and I've been doing wheelies since I was 10 years old. Throw it away. Here we go once again. City of Tampa. 85% young black men got these tickets for doing tricks on their bikes. These young black men were 13, 14, 15 years old. Now it's time for these kids to get a driver's license. You ready? 15 and a half, 16. They can't get a driver's license until that old ticket is paid off. Mom looking like, what ticket you talking about with my baby? My baby ain't got no ticket. He ain't never drove before. No, ma'am. Your son a few years ago, he was doing wheelies in the street and we gave him a ticket. You gave a child, you know how mothers are. You gave a child a $25 ticket for doing a wheelie. Now he got to wait to get his driver's license. You see how that is? You see how they came against our community, even on the grassroots level in our own city council against our kids in what's supposed to be one of the nicer cities, Tampa, Florida. So when I sit back and I say it's time for us not to just get passports for ourselves, but some of you guys are dads, and there is no way in the world, I'm not trying to tell you how to parent, but there is no way in the world Christmas keeps coming and Christmas keeps going, and you ain't gave your son and your daughter a passport for Christmas. Like I said, I'm not trying to tell you how to parent, but I'm your brother, and I'm your brother of this black struggle. And if you're going to send your daughter and your son to be with me at the Boys and Girls Clubs, Big Brothers, Big Sisters programs, YMCA, 100 Black Men, if I'm good enough to mentor them, I'm good enough to tell you guys, listen, make sure your shorties got passports. Don't let brothers like Dennis Sperling be the only brothers that have kids and their kids travel because his kids got passports. Don't let Barber World be the only brother out there. Shout out to Barber World and Dennis Sperling. These dudes' kids have passports and have traveled. Or at least let your kids have passports for the what if moment. What if in life they want to go somewhere? They're 12 right now. Cool. 19 years old, your child gets the opportunity with their college to go ahead and go to the UK. Oh, they can't because mom and dad never got them a passport to be able to go to UK. So while your child is 10, 11, 9 years old now, the passport is good for 5, 6, 7 years, and you can get it renewed. There is no way in the world why we as black men should not be on top of this. It ain't our job to wait till they mamas understand. Mom don't understand all the visions that God got for your son. She knows some of the visions. You know some of the visions. She don't know all the visions that God got for your daughters. She knows some of the visions. You know some of the visions. And part of the vision is making sure these young people got passports. Y'all make sure they got the flyer shoes, school books, school uniforms, papers, good. If they need a tutor for school, you make sure they got a tutor, all that stuff that they need for school. Great, Dad. Father of the Year, Father's Day, put a star on your forehead. You're the best dad. I got you for that one. But that still doesn't mean that you don't have the responsibility of not only your child's financial future, which I know you're taking care of, but you also are responsible for your child's social future. And a part of your child's social future is international. There is no, all right, you think I'm playing? Wait until me and Andrea, first child. Our kids won't be on this planet a year without having 6 months without having a passport. The passports will be a part of our, you know how some people, they have a child and they have a pup, they buy a brand new puppy at the same time, and the puppy and the child grow up together. That's how we're going to be with passports. You could believe that one. There is no way in hell we're going to have children walking on this planet that are black and part American, and they ain't got an American passport. That ain't not in my household. That ain't happening. I'm thinking about not just the economic lineage of the child or my legacy. I'm thinking about also the global social insight knowledge that we're acquiring. Our children should be able to acquire when it's their turn. That's all I'm saying. When it's our kids' turn, let's let them be able to do what we're able to do right now today. Some of you dudes are able to do some amazing things around the world. Open up businesses, buy property, learn new languages. Some of us have gotten married to people in other countries. Some of you are dating and some great relationships and friendships with people from around the world, networking and now around the world. Why can't you set your shorty up like that? We didn't have nobody to set us up. If you raise your hand, most of us ain't have our mama or our daddy to get us our first passport. Not most of us. But we ain't got no excuses because we the passport bros and the passport sisters. We ain't got no excuse like mom and dad did because we got the passports. So if the first and second generation of blacks in the UK can make sure that their kids still got a passport, there is no way in the world we as brothers and sisters should not at least start focusing on making sure that our young people have a passport, even if they ain't going to use it for 5 or 10 years. That's not the point. The point is it should be in their identification arsenal, just like their social security card, check. Just like their state ID, check. When they turn 16, 17, their driver's license, check. And they should be able to say, check, I got a passport. Your shorty, yours, your kids. Don't be sitting around like passport prices should be in the child support. Well, her mama got the money in the child support. She'll get the passport. No, dad. Do the dad thing. Do the dad thing. Make sure Shorty got that passport. Let me scroll down a little bit. We're going to go back to the list of why black people should have passports. What's up, Riches? Riches said, glad you're taking this conversation beyond travel for, man. You know me, I really don't talk about the ladies thing too much. We talk about dating, but we don't talk about the ladies in general. And the separation of these causes. It is all about having options. Absolutely correct. In many areas of life, true. It's a big world out here. Absolutely correct, brethren. Absolutely correct. This is true. Says black men, we all either hang together or we hang separately. But there's going to be some hanging. So one of the things that we got to do, see, that's why periodically we kind of like pause the channel and have these public service announcement moments. Like I said, I know I'm talking to the choir. I know most of you guys already are on your way to get your passports or already have your passport. Shout out to those on Facebook also that have your passports. But you might need to talk to somebody else. And this may just encourage you to say, you know what? Let me go and get my shorty's passport. Or let me talk to my boy and get his passport. Or some of you dudes got your girlfriend in the States that y'all been with for a while and she don't have her passport. Make sure she got a passport. It's little things that we could do for our families to help the dynamic of our future. It ain't always got to be about the money. We got to become rich. That's cool. but at least have a passport when you get rich. I don't know no rich people without a passport. I don't know. I ain't never heard nobody that's rich and they ain't got a passport. That's part of their dynamic. I don't know one rich person that only want to spend their money in the United States. You might find some people that's rich, like down in the South, like, grandpa been saving his money since 1972 and his investments have come in. He's worth 1.5 mil. Yeah, okay, I understand old folks, but I'm talking about right around our age. Yeah, gotta have it like that. Gotta have it. Let's look at the next one, guys. I don't want to hold you up too much tonight, but this is a very important topic. Passport has power. The passport power. We're allowed into more countries than That's an amazing statement. We're allowed in more countries than 94% of the rest of the world. So imagine being from a country where only a few other countries will allow you in. Just imagine if we were born and raised in a country where we're only allowed in a few countries. And we have our passport ranks number 9 in the world. We have access to over 94% of the planet. And for us not to make sure our friends and families have their passport, I don't get it. I just don't get it. There is no reason for us, not because it's so inexpensive. That's what I'm saying. It's so inexpensive. You want to know how I got my passport? Talking trash to my coworkers. Like 2015, 2016, I'm talking big trash. Ain't never seen a passport in my family other than a few military dudes. And my coworkers who had their passports were talking so bad about your boy. And these were females. They were talking so bad about sisters, talking so bad about your boy. You a man and you ain't got a passport? What type of brother are you? Them sisters talk about me so bad at work, man, that it was on a Saturday afternoon. Man, I literally printed out, kid you not, I literally on that Saturday printed out my the application on lunch break, went to the CVS down the street, paid $12 for my passport ID, filled out my form. I kid you not, like I mentioned before, some of you guys don't know I used to be a college recruiter with a campus where I worked for, an academic college recruiter. The campus that I worked for in Tampa was right about a 5-minute drive from the post office next to the airport, Tampa Airport. Anybody from Tampa know there's a post office right in that area too, a huge one. Went right there, and I forgot to tell you, I got my money orders from CVS too. So I got my money orders to get my passport and went right on down there. I kid you not. And I just so happened to have a copy of my birth certificate. I don't know how I end up having a birth certificate with me, but I did. I had a copy of my birth certificate in my car and went down there and put in for my passport and didn't think I was going to get it. Nope. If you guys think that I was like, and I'm going to get my nope. I was 100% sure they were not going to give an ex-felon a passport. 100%, because I didn't know any ex-felons that applied. I didn't know anybody that spent 10 years in jail and got out and got a passport. I never heard of it. So my plan was, whatever they say to reject me, because I already expected to be rejected, kid you not. Whatever they said to reject me, I was going to say, well, let me clean that up. So if they say, well, because of your past, so I was going to get my everything expunged. Or if they said, well, you need this or you need that, I was going to get that. So my plan was to get rejected for my passport, find out what the reason was, get that cleaned up, and then reapply. Literally, that was the plan. I was not thinking I was going to get a passport. Hell no. Your boy was not confident in that passport. And I wasn't sad because my plan was I was going to be rejected. And my plan was that I'll just have to clean up whatever it was. You see what I'm saying? I was looking at my passport like it was a credit rating. Like, yeah, your credit rating is real bad. You need to clean this up, and then maybe we'll give you a credit card. That's how I was looking at it. So when I got a passport in the mail, I was like, what? That's when I started doing research in regards to who can get a passport and who can't get a passport. That's why I'm kind of like thorough and detailed with when I sit back and I say, well, these are the reasons why you can, and these are the reasons why you can't. Because when they gave me one, I was like, what? But what? Yeah. Wait a minute. Y'all take away my right to vote, but y'all let me get a passport. Now I'm just getting my right to vote back, over the last like 8 years. But my point is, because Florida changed the laws. But my point is that I was not expecting to get my passport. That was far. A lot of you dudes can sit back and say, well, I knew I was gonna get mine. Psh, not me. Not me. That is no lie. He said, I'm glad. Okay, here we go. We're going past that. I respect your gratitude. He said, I'm just glad to help people become better. Okay, I'm dipping the conversation. Wes in the building. Thank you for the super chat, brothers. Peace, Andre, in the chat. Just booked my flight to Barranquilla. Ooh, nice city, bro. Nice. In February for Carnival. I was just about to say that. I didn't even see that you wrote that down. Brothers, Flyboy Way, DJ Chisel, Ace Live, Dave from the Tech Show. All of us can attest. If you want to have a great time in Colombia, February, this coming up, you got enough time. February 18th to the 21st is the Barranquilla Carnival. Party. If you want to have a ball all day, all night, to where you are literally exhausted, this is the world's largest, hear me out, world's largest Latin-speaking festival. The Carnival in Rio is the world's largest Latin festival, but they speak Portuguese, the world's largest Latin festival. But the world's largest Latin-speaking festival is in Barranquilla. And I'm telling you, boy, if you want to have a ball, meet a bunch of YouTubers, because a bunch of us come down there. We all were down there. We all were down there meeting up with each other in 2020. And 2 months later, I got to sneeze. 2 months later, everything on lockdown. It was like God said, y'all can have you, like Andre said, God said, y'all can have y'all fun. But after it's done, I'm about to shut the world down. Kid you not, man. We had a ball. Shout out. This ex-felon can vote and soon have my passport. Yep. I can vote. I just mailed in my last ballot for this election. And I can vote now and got my passport, and I could take advantage of all the tax rights and everything. My number has never held me back as far as my career. I've been in management and upper management. Never had a problem. All the stuff that dudes say that they have problems when they get out of jail, I never had that, man. Not one time. Not once. Maybe because I focused on, being a positive, having a game plan when I got out, to where not a lot of dudes just do the time and they just get out and they just be like, what do I do now? I was making plans step by step the whole 10 years. I literally treated it as if, what if they let me out tomorrow? Okay, do this, do that, go here, go there. I had everything knocked out. I knew exactly what I was going to do 5 years in. And all I did was keep it updated. Got my first degree while I was in there. That's back in the day in the feds when they let you get your bachelor's and your master's. I was like, yeah, let me get this. Let me go get that education real quick. Yeah, but kid you not, man, I was never expect to get my passport. That was the last thing. But now I know that other individuals could get theirs too. Yeah, bro. Get that passport, brother. All right. All right, let's go to the next one on the list. Let me move this over for you guys. Bada bing, bada boom. We already looked at saving money and the cost of living index. What else? Let me make sure we got everything. We hit everything on this one. Okay, there we go. Okay. The next one is tracing your roots. Yes, Marcus Garvey said, a people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Absolutely correct. I kid you not, man. One of the things I do love about travel, man, even if I don't track my roots, I know that I'm around people that are part of my roots, like the Afro Colombians. You know, when I'm around being around the Afro Brazilians, the Afro Venezuelans that you meet, being around these people just let me know that I'm not alone as an American. Because in America, they make it seem like being an African American, you're so isolated or you're alone. It's just you, only your ship experience, only your people experience the ships. And then you go to other countries, and then you find out only 6% of the ships even landed in the United States. That's another one that blew me away. Like, what? Wait a minute. They've been telling me in all the Black history books and the Black encyclopedias and my brother Farrakhan and all the other public speakers, they've been making it seem like every single ship landed in the Caribbeans or in the United States. Ain't nan other ship landed nowhere else. Is it just me? That's how they sold it. That's how they sold it. That's all I knew through all the white history books, the Black history books, that the ships landed and everybody came from Africa. A little bit was sprinkled in the Caribbeans, but most of the ships came to United States. And then you leave the United States. You find that only 6% of the ships even went to United States. Brazil got more ships. Colombia got more ships than the United States can even imagine they got. The Caribbean got more ships than the United States. Everybody got more ships. Cuba got more ships than the United States. You sitting back like, what the lies, the deceit. Without your passport, you don't even know your own heritage, because I'm gonna tell y'all something, bust your head. Your own people will lie to you about the Black experience. If they wanted us to really know Black history, they would have told us about our brothers and sisters that were going through the same plight. It took us to get on a ship. I mean, it took us to get a passport to find out that how Colombia got free was because Haiti helped them out to fight the Spaniards. Just like Haiti smashed the head of the Spaniards and they got free by themselves, 11 years after they got their freedom, Haiti, the Colombians came up and said, hey, we need to know how to fight these Spaniards off too. And Haiti helped Colombia fight off the Spaniards as well. Your passport taught you that. Not one Black person or Black historian in the United States ever told us how. They told us that Haiti was free, but they didn't tell us how Haiti helped other countries be free. I'm gonna say that again. They told us all about how Haiti's the first liberated country, but why didn't they tell us that Haiti also helped other countries liberate? So when I said that it wasn't just white people lying to us about Black history, it was Black people too that didn't give us the full story about what was taking place in the United States as well as outside the United States. We got to get a passport. I've been learning so much history about our people. with a passport. I've learned more with a passport book than a history book has ever taught me. Any Black history book ain't taught me about none of this that was going on. None of it. We ain't learned nothing about our Black brothers and sisters in Brazil. I didn't. Okay. Any of y'all knew there was Black people in Uruguay and Paraguay in South America? They dang sure didn't tell us about all of the Black Argentinians. They made it seem like Argentina was all racist and all white and all Europeans and all ex-people from Germany. We ain't know none of that. It took getting a passport and learn ourselves because we couldn't trust. Now that I realize I can't trust Black historians in the United States to tell me the whole story. And if they do, what do they tell you? They only tell you the African part of Black people. They don't tell you about all the Black people that were even in Russia doing amazing things, that were part of Congress, that were part of some of the most famous movie stars and singers and actors just in Russia. And most people don't even deal with Russia. But they don't even tell us about our own people over in that area. And I'm not talking about the modern day Black Africans that went to Ukraine and they struggling. I'm not talking about them people. I'm talking about from 1920, 1950, 1960, all the amazing things that Black people have done in Europe. And you don't hear none of that. All they ever give you is the motherland history. That's it. That's all we ever hear from our own Black people in the United States. If they're going to tell you something about outside the United States, all they're going to tell you about is motherland, 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 motherland. And then you get a passport and you find out that we got a story that's bigger than just one continent. Black people have been doing it around the world for years, but not, you listen to Black historians and white historians in the United States, you will never know that we was doing all this stuff around the world. Man, I'm so disappointed. Speaking of Buffalo Soldiers in the Philippines, wow, I didn't even know that. Thank Grizzle. Didn't even know that. It takes passports to be around dudes like Grizzle to even hear that. You wouldn't have heard that from a white historian in the States, and you wouldn't have heard it from a Black historian in the States. It just took an everyday dude who used his passport to showcase that. Doesn't matter what color you are, to showcase it. Is because we all have been using our passports and we're learning more, that is more than just one narrative or two narratives out there. Check out the Hidden Colors series one. Yeah, actually, I did check that out. I only checked out the first one. I didn't know it was up to 5. I'm going to have to write that down. I did not know that they had up to 5. Good looking out. Thanks, Black by Design. Wayne says, Andrea, the Haitians defeated the Spain and the French and the Brits. Europe fears Haiti, and thus had kept them economically devastated. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. I agree 1000% in regards to that. Black by Design says 1804, the hidden history of Haiti is a good documentary to watch. Okay, cool. Let me write that one down too. One of the things that you guys don't know about me and Andrea, I think I mentioned this before, but about Andrea, but we both are like this. We are historical nerds. We love documentaries on history. Anybody's history. We love some documentaries on history. And why is it like that? Like, since we've been back from Cuba, Andrea been entrenched with Cuban history and what's been going on and why is it like this and when did it start and going all the way back. I mean, way back in the history of Cuba. Yeah, we are definitely some anything that's got to do with history, we love it. No matter what country it is or continent, we own it. We definitely own it. We love it. And make sure I didn't miss anybody in the super chats. All right, guys. And thank you for your support in all sincerity. Men's where men's looks in the building. Shout out to this brother. Good man. Wednesday night vibe with Unc Dre. Oh yeah, in the building. Shout out to Will for the super chat. Will says, "Man, y'all better put something in the collection plate. All this information that we playing with y'all. Yeah, hey, support the channel, man. We really do. We got some new microphones that we're ordering. I just ordered we got some stuff that we're going to be doing for 2023. I am so excited. We got our website launching. We got the Patreon launching coming down. We finally going to be using our DSLR camera for our live streams. I just ordered the plug. You know how your DSLR camera, they got the batteries in there. The batteries only last for so long. Now I've got the battery that you put off in there, but it has the cord that connects, and you can plug it into the wall now. So now we don't have to worry about our camera. This camera behind me, we don't never have to worry about that battery dying if I'm doing a live stream with you guys for no matter how long. So we're excited that we're going to have just so much clarity. We got new lights coming. We got we got a lot coming down the turnpike, man. So, and all this is due to the fact that you guys support the channel and keep us encouraged in regards to that you guys appreciate what we share with you. So thank you guys. Thank you very much, Will. Oh yeah. Oh man, wait till I get it. Man, listen. Y'all think lead attorney get on your nerves with a soundboard? Wait till I get a soundboard, because you know I'm gonna have all of the Kevin Samuels classics in it. I'm gonna have all types of, I'm gonna have old school sounds. See, I plan because most of us are 80s, 90s dudes. I'm gonna have sounds and musics and voices and tones from the 80s and 90s. So you know how some dudes have those vocal clips? Mine are gonna be vocal clips from the 80s and 90s to where stuff that we can recognize, grown folks. So we're looking forward to doing that. Oh yeah. Jeff in the building. Shout out to Jeff. He said, how y'all doing, Big Biz Dre? Yeah, busy as ever. Let people visiting Colombia, Brazil, Asia. Check out the sites. Yes, it's beautiful. Considered, Colombia is considered one of the most just by nature diverse countries in the world. Just the beauty. I mean, just the beauty here that we all get a chance to see in South America. Not just the bars and the parties. Yes, he's absolutely correct. Not just the bars and the parties, mixed with the people. Yes. Colombia has over 85 different cultures in this country alone. The country that's the size of Texas and California together. 54 million people. And they have 87 different ethnicities. 85 different ethnicities and cultures together. I forget how many languages are down here too, other than Spanish. Makes people find out what's going on, but leave the American thinking out. Yes, brother, preach, Jeff, preach. I've been trying to tell him, man. I've been trying to tell him. What is our homie Gay Led Night? Oh, Gail at Night. That goes to show you how blonde. Yeah, where is Gail? Hope she's doing good. But Gail is always moderating so many different channels. She must have to work too hard last night. Yes, I was on TLA as well, man. Shout out to TLA, the lead attorney. He hit 200,000 subscribers this week, and that is an excellent. Listen, shout out to my white brothers in here. But like I said, tonight is like family reunion conversation. When it comes to content creating and being a YouTuber, many of you guys are around us. You're accustomed to seeing us as this Black YouTuber has 20,000 subscribers. That Black YouTuber you watch has 80. We have like between all of our channels, like 120,000. Like this channel is going on 110,000 subscribers. It's easy to kind of like take stuff for granted. But do realize, and I always throw these stats out there, no matter what color, race, creed, country you're coming from. Most YouTubers, over 90% of all YouTubers don't even make it past 10,000 subscribers. 90% of what you watch, your favorite football YouTuber, your favorite YouTuber that's kind of like the newbie, whatever it may be, 90% of them will never make it past 10,000 subscribers. We take that for granted. But to sit back and see somebody hit 200,000 subscribers, that's an excellent milestone. And it also showcases another thing. Yeah, we often hear that there are racial undertones in YouTube, and they could tell a difference between a black voice and a white voice, and they could tell from skin complexion on thumbnails. All that could be true. All that could be true. But one thing that I can say about YouTube is this, that the success, if you put the hard work in, it doesn't matter what race you are. YouTube, the algorithm or your audience doesn't care what race or color you are. That's one thing that I can tell you that's truthful about YouTube. If you put in the work, if you're honest, no games, you're forward, you will continue to see the success of what needs to be done for your YouTube channel. And that's just to encourage you guys, to let you know that what Lead Attorney has done, what we've done, what other YouTubers of Ace Lives, what the Flyboy Ways have done, it could be done by anybody. It could be done. I mean, if you sit back, you look at, if you guys knew the history of Mr. Beats, which is like what, the world third largest YouTuber, PewDiePie, which is the second largest YouTuber, these guys put in over 100 videos. It only got like 87, 88 subscribers after putting in 100 videos. How many of y'all would do that? How many of y'all brothers, sisters would put in 100 YouTube videos? Let's say you did it every other day or every other week. That's about 100 YouTube videos, like a year and a half or 2 years of work. How many of y'all are willing to put in a year and a half of work and not see any progress? And the most you see are 87 subscribers in almost 2 years. Would you be willing to do that? That's what YouTubing is. That is a successful YouTuber. I promise you guys. Because you know us, you know so many successful YouTubers, we make it look easy. But when these cameras go off, notepads come out. It's like being a content creator is like writing the great American novel every single episode. Every single episode, if you're taking this seriously. It is work. It's work. So shout out to the Lead Attorney, man. Shout out. Okay, next we're going to look at, because we're still going down the list of the reasons why Black people need to make sure they get their passports, tracking your roots. The other one is don't be a statistic. Come on, Black people, United States. Other countries of Black people, they've got passports. Why can't people in the United States get theirs? It says 60% of Americans don't have a current passport. That is a shame. 60% of Americans, don't matter what color you are, don't even have a passport. Shout out to you guys for the donations, super chats. Thanks for the collection. Grizzo in the building. Hammer TV. Hey, Hammer, let me know if you got a channel, man. And drop your link to, I don't think Charles is here either, but drop your link in the description so we can subscribe if you got a channel. Andre, this is for the soundboard. Keep rocking. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, let me know. Drop your link in the description so we can subscribe to your channel if you got a channel. And thank you very much for the super chat. In pounds, mind you. I caught that. Yeah, Malcolm Glidewell, 10,000 hours to success. Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely. If you guys have never heard of this theory of the 10,000 hour rule, it is said statistically that if you do something for 10,000 hours, it is equivalent to a master's degree in whatever that is. whether it be weightlifting, whether it be reading books on one or two particular topics, whether it be cooking, whether it be being a content creator. If you put 10,000 hours into something, it is equivalent to, you know, the development in your mind and your skills and your ability of having a master's degree in that. I could definitely tell you that I got a master's degree in content creating. Everything from editing to advertisement to script writing. I mean, you do everything when see, y'all think that YouTubing is just you put on videos and that's it. No, you got to write a script. You have to have everything in order. You got to edit in. You have before you even y'all think that the traveling part we just having so much fun. Man, please. You know how much those are the hardest videos because your editing have to go just right. Do you know how many hours of just listening to music just to get the right music for a 5-minute segment if we're walking down the street? And you're sitting back listening to just song after song after song while everybody else in the world is just living their life. You're just sitting at there, and all of a sudden the song comes. And then you play the video with the song to make sure you ain't crazy. And you're like, that's the one right there. Bam. And it took you an hour and a half to get to that, or it took you 15 to 20 minutes to get to that. You know how many thumbnails that I go through per video? Each video that we've done, I average between 3 to 5 thumbnail designs before it even goes up. I don't just throw a thumbnail up there. If you look at every thumbnail tells a story. Even thumbnails where I don't put anything on there but a picture. The picture says so much that I didn't need to put words on it. But I had to go through so many photos, so much to go through. Do I put words with? So guys, realize it is when he says the 10,000 hour rule. Yes, if you're doing YouTube and you reach that 10,000 hour rule, you learn everything from equipment to how to take care of equipment to how to try which equipment is best to travel with. Which lenses. How much are these lenses? I didn't know none of this before you. I didn't know anything about a DSLR camera. Then I didn't know about an Osmo Pocket or a 360 camera or a action camera. I know none of this. Within that 10,000 hour window, you learn all of that. And that's within you guys that work on farms or corporate America, whatever it is you're doing. And if you do that consistently for 10,000 hours in your life, they say that it's equivalent to a master's degree. And that is true. Because when I became a college recruiter for those academic college recruiter for those 20 years, you couldn't tell me nothing about when it came to college statistics of graduates, the Pell Grants, the Sally Mae. You could tell me nothing scholarships that are available. I used to hold scholarship parties at churches to help the young people and their families apply for scholarships. I'm telling you, you could tell me nothing about being an academic college recruiter. He said, Black by Design says, if it's something that I love, I still do it. Yes, I still do it. I'm glad you said that. That means 87 people like what I'm talking about. Absolutely correct. And that's why we kept going. I really love what we do. I really love it. Before there was this business side to it, we just was doing it because we like doing it. Nobody, man, if you ask me, Ace, Dave, all of us that look at this from the business side now, that we knew there was going to be a business side, oh, nobody knew all this type of. We thought that, no offense, right? We thought that the only people that saw that type of money were the white boys that's been around in YouTube since 2005, 2006. But we never knew there was brothers that could actually get those type of checks every month. We never knew that you could get brothers getting a 5-figure check every month. What? We never knew that. But we did it because we loved it and enjoyed what we were doing as far as content creators. And then the business side came, and then the checks start coming in and all that stuff. But we never knew. We were doing it because we enjoyed it. So I'm with you on that one, Black by Design. Yeah, didn't know. Thank you very much, brother. My 10-year passport is due for renewal in March. You know what? Mine is in March in 2028. So I got a few years. Street Smart says, shout out to Andre and Andrea, the hardest working couple on YouTube, travel space. Yeah, we trying, man. We're trying. Jeffrey Brazil. Facts, being retired in Brazil, the money that I save living, boy, if you don't preach, man, if they don't, man, if y'all hear me, then at least listen to Jeff. Sitting back, relaxing. The money I save here, I put the rest in the bank. So I'm saving 3/4 of my US in my US bank. I kid you not. Other than our investments, Jeff is doing it just like we do it. The bulk of our money goes towards investments, or it sits in our US bank account. And when we need it, we send whatever it is down this way. We transfer it down. But most of it, it ain't even here. It's US dollar. He's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Jeff Brazil, that's a master plan. Yeah, that's how we do it. Kid you not. We got an app, and me and Andre be like, okay, we got to pay this, we got to pay that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we know how much we're going to transfer from the States. So we'll transfer it down into our Colombian bank accounts. And then we do what we need to do. Or we'll use our Colombian credit cards, and then we'll just pay our credit cards off, send the money back down from the States, pay our credit cards off, bada bing, bada boom. Rent, since we got US dollars, and the dollar is getting stronger and stronger in Colombia, our rent, I kid you not, for this same apartment that we moved in almost 4 years ago, $425 a month, included everything. All we had to do is bring in our furniture in a middle class area of town, upper middle class actually. 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. One of the bedrooms we turned to a studio. Washer and dryer unit, Wi-Fi, cable, all utilities included, security, and a parking garage for our SUV, $420 a month. And because the dollar is stronger since the time period that we first came here, when we pay rent, it's $307 now. Some of y'all couldn't wrap your mind around having a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, nice apartment, island stove, and the whole thing. We live right next to a lemon tree park, so we don't have any technically neighbors. And all of our other neighbors are like old people that have been owning these houses around here forever. $307 a month, including all the utilities, cable, and Wi-Fi. You could have never told me that existed. Never told me that. So now, just like Jeff, we don't need to spend the bulk of our money. We could just have it for trips or equipment or into savings or investments. We're looking to buy some property now, all those little things. But if we were in the States trying to do that, we'd be living good, but we'd be living just like everybody else in the States. And statistics show 85% of Americans don't even have $1,000 emergency cash, whether it be in the bank or whether it be on hand. 85% of America doesn't even have $1,000 in the bank or on hand. Now, y'all can have that. Humber TV says, Andre, I don't have a channel. Oh, you don't have a channel? Okay. Renewed my passport earlier this year. That's what's up, brother. Enjoying your work immensely. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. With the Saints logo on your design right here. A lot of people don't remember the show The Saints that was out in the 70s. in the 60s too. There was a show called The Saints. It was kind of like a James Bond-ish type of television show called The Saints. I think they were out of London too. My passport is good till 2032. Man, I ain't mad at you, brother. You know how much you can accomplish in 10 years with a passport? I'm in Black says, what's the best strategy to find English-speaking women in the DR and Colombia like you? You know what? I kid you not. I just discovered this recently. I just discovered this recently. Go to language exchange classes or bars. Like there are bars that go to language exchanges that you can go to. They meet up like once or twice a week. You can look it up in any city in the world. Like if you in Santo Domingo, now you might not be able to look it up in Sosua. So, but in Santo Domingo or Santiago, just look it up online, language exchange groups. Just put in language exchange groups on Facebook and in Dominican Republic, and they'll pull up. These are locations where you go to where people are trying to practice and learn their English while you're trying to practice and learn your Spanish. So now you got all these beautiful women up in there that's practicing and learning English while you are trying to practice and learn your Spanish. So now you got women up in there that ain't the club hopping party girl all the time, but they can tell you where to party at. And when you get done with the language exchange in that bar, y'all can have some drinks and you get to know that person. Let me put it like this. In Colombia, I have yet to see the person go to Medellin, go to a language exchange group meeting in a bar, and they always have in Medellin, and the dude got drugged by a girl he met in a language exchange class or group. Never. Y'all always want to go to them raggedy bars with them raggedy Colombian chicks because you think they so beautiful, and y'all get drugged, and then y'all want to cry about it. All the time. I'm giving you the hookup right now. If you want to be around the few locations where you can say, I have a high percentage chance of meeting a woman that knows English and can help me with my Spanish. I'm telling you, man, on Facebook, those languages and on meetup.com, in Colombia, it's called meetup.co, no M, co. All these groups, investment groups, podcasting groups, dancing, all these meetup.com and meetup.co all over South America. You can meet all these quality women. Y'all be going for the trash, man. I'm giving you the hookup. Man, I'm giving y'all the hookup as if I was still single. These are the steps that I would take. And not one time did I ever say a Parque Yeris or a damn clock tower in Cartagena. Did you catch that? I named off all the other places that ain't no other YouTubers. Okay, I'll sit back. Go ahead. Y'all got the comment section. Name one YouTuber that's told y'all to go to the language exchange groups to meet good women and meet women that probably know English better than the average woman. Who told y'all about the language exchange groups? I can't name one. Correct me if I'm wrong. How many YouTubers have told y'all if you go to meetup.co, you can meet Colombian women or women in South America or any part of the world that are interested in some of the same hobbies that you have? You're interested in bowling? Meetup.co. You could be in a bowling club. You're interested in roller skating, rollerblading. You're a chess person. You're a gamer. You think they ain't got professional gamers down here? Y'all crazy. Y'all think gaming and the gaming experience is just in the United States? Okay, keep on playing. Come on down here with some of these young Colombian boys and girls and these young ladies that are 22, 25, 27. But she a professional gamer. Come on, bring it. Come on down. And you will see it is not just the United States experience. Meetup.co. If you're a person that's into investments and you're like, you know what, I want to learn the Colombian stock exchange so I can invest down there, or the Brazilian stock exchange. There are women down here that know about that. meetup.co. And it's men and women from all over the place meet each other. If you're a person that's into public speaking like I am, Toastmasters International. I was part of Toastmasters in the States for 5 years. Why do you think they call it international? Because people around the world are working together to get their vernacular up to par. Ain't no other YouTuber telling y'all that. They telling y'all to take y'all, go ahead. You keep on listening to them other YouTubers. Y'all gonna keep ending up floating somewhere. Y'all gonna keep getting bodies shipped back to the States. Mess around with them other YouTubers. Keep on. You keep on doing it. Why you think I keep telling y'all don't come to Cali? Because you've been programmed by them other YouTubers. And I'm not bragging and saying that we got the answers. I'm not saying it like that. Please don't take it like that. But what I'm saying is, you go to Medellin, you listen to what everybody else got to say and experience what everybody else got to say at Medellin and Cartagena and Sosúa and all that mess. And then you want to come to Cali and we're the exact opposite of what they're doing. And then you want to call us boring. Because we ain't living the YouTuber's life. We just regular everyday people. Like most Colombians and most Brazilians and most Argentinians and most people in Peru and Chile. Shout out to Big Mike. Just regular people. But y'all keep on going to Medellin. Have fun with that. He said, this is a public service announcement. Shout out to Andrea. Love crossing borders. Shout out to Barry. Boy, y'all stupid, boy, I swear. That was a good one. Oh, there she is, Gail, at night for the private consultation, guys. If you're interested in doing a consultation with me in regards to your trip to Colombia, or if you're interested also in applying for your 2-year digital nomad visa. Like I said, I do the consultation. Andrea does the consultation in regards to her putting everything together for your visa. She is extremely thorough. I would not have my visas if it was not for Andrea. So don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting up here as a person that says, yes, that's because she's my wife. No, I'm a client. Okay, so I know that she is very good at what she does, and she's done other people's stuff for her. And Andrea's always done, she's always been professional when it comes to her business side anyway. But shout out to Gail at night, and it was fun being on Taylor. It was fun last night being on the lead attorney's channel with his 200,000 subscriber celebration. That was fun. That was fun how he looked at his old videos, like just talking about like, man, I didn't know how to use this, know how to do that. I couldn't see myself on the screen. He said, I pay $1,000 more, utilities not included. Yeah, y'all keep on paying them. Just think about it. Just think about with that extra $1,000 a month, what you could do. If you lived in South America and you were still making US dollars, that extra $1,000 a month equivalent to $12,000 a year. You see where I'm going with that? Even if y'all told yourself, in 3 years, I'm going to move out of the United States for 3 years. If you just told yourself in 3 years from now, I'm going to move outside the United States for 3 years. Watch what happens with your money. You're not only going to make money from the savings that you make because you're about to move outside the United States for 3 years. You like, man, I ain't about to go to that party. I ain't going to that. I used to go. That used to be my favorite cigar bar, but I don't. $8 brandies, that's all right. $17 brandy shots, $50 brandy shots. I'm in the States, $55 cigar. You'll start saving just because in 3 years you're about to move outside the United States for 3 years. So that's a way that you're going to start saving, just on a subconscious move. Then when you leave the United States, what makes me so mad? It makes me so just when I sit back and I see my white brothers in Bali, Or when I saw my white brothers in Thailand before we even started talking about Thailand, I was watching white YouTubers going to Thailand all the time. And they stacking money. They come back to United States. We're moving to California and we're building our house from scratch. Like what? Whoa, you doing what? And it's going to be right off the beach. Like how did? Because all the money they saved when they were in Bali in Thailand, and they were backpacking. And the funny part is, it seemed like they saving money on deodorant. Hey, tell your white brothers that are backpacking, hey, put some deodorant and some blue Chanel in the bag, okay? That's a public service announcement. But then they go back to the States after 3-4 years of just traveling the world. And they got the money to buy the house in California, the house in Atlanta, the house in the Carolinas, the house in Philadelphia. And what we do, we go to Thailand and we spend all the money. I'm partying, baby. Pattaya on me. What? I'm going to Medellin. El Poblado on me, baby. I'm buying up everything. Cartagena on me. Sosua, Dominican Republic on me. I'm buying up everything. White brothers be coming up in there, getting the same sex, be looking broke as can be. Broke as they want to be. Making just as much as you making, but they ain't trying to make it rain like that. Nope. Nope. And go back home and they building stuff. We got to get together, brothers. Everything is not about a party. I'm not trying to say take the party away. What I'm saying is not everything is about a party. Good Lord, we got to stop it with that one. Will said, let's just tell them about the gyms. Yeah. Oh. If you want to meet some good women, go to the gym. In Brazil, in Colombia, any part of South America. A, good women are taking care of their bodies. They're taking care of their health. B, in order to get the membership, to pay the monthly fees, to us it may not be expensive, but to them it's a few dollars. They look at this as an investment into their physical future. You ain't gonna find pros on the gym rack all the time. You might find a couple, but you gonna find usually regular corporate, just got off work women. I be seeing EMTs, female police officers, school teachers in the gym, all type of just everyday work. The gym, I just left the gym today. It was probably 10 dudes in the gym when I was there. As soon as 5 o'clock hit, when it was time to get off, all the ladies came. Why? Because most of those women you see in the gym got a job and responsibilities, not like the pay-for-play chicks that y'all always dealing with. You see where the concept comes in? It's not about she going to the gym to look good. Yes, that's a part of it. But the dynamic of why she's going or how she's getting to the gym, why is she going at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock? Because she just got off work with most Colombians between 3:30 and 5:30. Usually like 4:30 is when they get off. Like we got 9 to 5. Theirs is kind of like 3:30 to 4:30. So by the time 5 hit, traffic is packed and the gyms are packed. And the gyms aren't packed with the ladies under the clock tower. No. The gyms are not packed with the women in Parqueyeras in that park area in Medellin. No, brothers. The Scopamine girls don't go to the gym. They don't care. See, can somebody agree with me when we sometimes see these ladies that have drugged these dudes and we be like, you let something that look like that drug you? Is it just me that just sometimes the ladies that be drugging these dudes, they don't even be fine. They don't even be Colombian fine. You be like, you let that drug you? I could see if she was like, man, okay, she got him. I could see how she got away with it. But about good 60% of the females that be drugging y'all dudes on South American beauty standards, they don't even be that fine. I know women that work at McDonald's finer than the woman that drugged you. I know maids that come in the community and actually work in the houses for some of these older ladies. The maid look better than the chicks, those 2 chicks that drugged you 3 nights ago. Y'all be getting drugged. Can I be truthful? I'm your brother. You know, I always got to get the bad news anyway. I'm like the medicine. It helps you, but you got to take it. Some of y'all be getting drugged on South American standards. Now, if you compare them to North America, yeah, they're beautiful. But to South American standards, y'all be getting drugged by the ugly ones, by the fat ones, by the ones that ain't nobody messing with. I have yet to see most of y'all. It'd be like every blue moon, a dude say, I got drugged by that chick. And everybody be like, she fine. I could see how she got away with it. But about a good 90% of y'all be getting drugged by some busters, by some beat up chicks, looking like dish rags, smelling like zigzags. If I'm the only one that ever told y'all that, so be it. Y'all be getting drugged by some busted chicks, man. Every time you turn around, you're like, what? You got drugged by that? That's the best that you can get drugged by? So don't none of them look like Dallas Cowgirl cheerleaders or nothing like that. None of them. Like none of them look like they can run for Miss Universe, huh? Like none of them. Not just all the women that's drugging y'all just look like regular old Colombian chicks. Just yeah, y'all be getting drugged by some chicks that don't impress nobody. Not me. Cause you know I live here. And just like anybody that live in Brazil, you've been surrounded by beauty so much, you know real beauty and just regular everyday beauty. And then y'all come to Brazil and y'all be treating everyday beauty like it's real beauty. And that's just regular everyday Brazilian beauty. There ain't nothing special about her. And the same thing with Colombia. Y'all come down here and be getting drugged by some busters, bus beat down, bus stops. That's why I be laughing. Because I be like, what? It'll never be nobody where you be like, she fine. If I was to ever get drugged, it would be her. No, y'all be getting messed with them chicks. Y'all always get caught up by some regular old buster chicks. Makeup looking like the Joker. I know it hurts to tell the truth, to hear the truth, brethren. But I'm telling y'all for real. Dre, is it difficult to meet high professional women in Cali itself? No, it's not. Is prostitution but business professionals? Is it not? You know what? It is. I mean, you'll meet different quality of prostitutes, of pros down here. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, and you're gonna meet no matter where you go in the world. I can't sit back and say, well, there's none here in Cali. That's crazy. You got pros everywhere you go on the planet, the oldest profession in the world. You can go to right next to the pyramids of Giza, and you gonna find you a pro somewhere in the vicinity. It's prostitutes in the Bible. So come on, man. We're gonna find some pros. But I'm always a guy, I'm a numbers guy. So by statistics, do I have less of a chance to get caught up in Medellin compared to Cali? If statistically I don't have as much of a chance of getting caught up or my body getting shipped back home, I ain't heard of any bodies getting shipped back home in Cali or in Pareda, or in Manizales, or in Armenia. I ain't heard nobody get any. Let's talk about Medellin. They always shipping your ass back home. Y'all always got to call family members. Now, what do y'all want us to do with the bodies? Okay. All right. Yeah, his mama says send him by FedEx. So we're gonna send him back from Medellin through FedEx. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Y'all always getting shit back home from Medellin. Always, man, please. And you can't deny it. That's what the dudes that love Medellin, they can't, they be like, Dre, it is what it is. Because they can't deny it. You can't sit back and say, no, I heard a dude went to Cali and he got his body shipped back. No, he didn't. That would have been all over the news in Cali. Dude got drugged and died. That would have been all over the news. Cartagena ain't got no body shipped back. Not in the last couple of years, I heard. I haven't heard anything lately in Cartagena. Yeah, do dudes get got in Cartagena? Yes. But body shipped back? That's Medellin. Every time you turn around, like I said, my boy DC Rob, shout out to DC Rob, built a whole YouTube channel on what they going on, the heck is going on in Medellin. Anytime you get enough footage, enough reports to build a whole YouTube channel on one city, on one topic, man, y'all can have Medellin, that mess. No, it's not difficult, man. It's not difficult. The difficult part is, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, Vern. Shout out to Vern. Dudes ain't trying to meet professional women. Good women. Everyday Colombian women that you just see walking down the street back and forth, taking care of their business. Dudes ain't trying to meet that. Dudes be talking. Dudes ain't trying to meet no Andre. Y'all be talking that talk. I want to meet me and Andre. No, you don't. I want me a Michelle Obama back in the States. No, you don't. Men be talking. And I just let men talk. No, when I come to Cali, I'm do the right thing, have me a good girl. And soon as you get down to Cali, you flying on the first flight to Medellin. so I don't say nothing. I'll be like, live your life, bro. Shout out to Gail. If you are coming to Cali, Colombia, or I'm sorry, if you're coming to Colombia, make sure you complete your check MIG form 72 hours before you come here. And most importantly, so 72 hours on down, okay? So if it's an hour before you get here or get on the plane, cool. Or if it's 72 hours before you get on the plane, cool. But make sure you fill that out. But also remember this is very important. 72 hours before you leave Colombia, you got to fill out a check MIG form. So when you come here, you got to fill out a form. When you leave, you got to fill out a form. So remember that, guys. Thank you very much, Gail. And so if you click on that, that's the form. It'll ask you if you want the well, I think it's in French, English, or Spanish. I think it's French. Yeah, French as far as the languages. So you definitely want to do that. Also, guys, if you haven't had a chance to sit down, I say sit down with a drink in hand, because this frustrated movie series by Al Rees, I'm telling you, Frustrated One, it'll let you say, man, I'm moving to Brazil. Frustrated 2 is about the child support system in the United States. I mean, behind the scenes, stuff that you think you know, and then you find out. Frustrated 2 was the one I watched the most. It had me outraged at how dirty they do dudes in the United States. I'm talking about, you ain't never seen this woman a day in your life, and you could get a letter in the mail saying you owe child support for a woman you ain't never, ever, ever saw. In the courts, if you don't show up to court, the courts will put you on the birth certificate and garnish your checks. and garnish your tax returns, garnish your stimulus checks back in the day. Man, listen, that Frustrated 2 is a beast. Frustrated 3 just came out a couple months ago, went back to Brazil, and still showing how these men's lives have changed since Frustrated 1, and introduce you to some new guys that are going down there to Brazil. So definitely make sure you sit back, get you some ice, get you some drink in hand, relax, and watch Frustrated 1, 2, and 3 series. It's not expensive, and you can support the brother. And I'm telling you, boy, I promise you this: you're gonna watch each one more than one time. I promise you that. That I do promise you. Netflix really needs to pick his series up. They really should. Oh, talking to Profane. Oh, super chat. Dark Knight in the building representing. Andreas Bryan, you free tomorrow around noon? I have nothing going on. Email me, B. Am I free around? Yeah, I am free around noon. And email me, because I'll set my alarm to be up, because I'm dropping a brother off at the airport later tonight. And so by the time I get back from the airport, your boy gonna be crashing. I'm glad I already done the videos for all the other channels. I already got that done. So your boy will be crashing. So I'm gonna set my alarm to be up by 10 o'clock. And that'll be 11 o'clock Eastern. And then you and I can meet up right around 12 o'clock Eastern, if you're in Eastern time. But email me, aspence2011@gmail. Definitely email me. And I'll set everything up so, yeah, we can get together. Because if you email me, I'll make sure you get my number, and we'll just we'll actually talk on WhatsApp. And then we can set up the actual meeting. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, thank you for supporting the channel, guys. Whether it be on Cash App, PayPal, whether it be on the super chats. Thank you all, guys. I'm telling you, you guys have made this channel what it is. We do a lot of work behind the scenes, but if it wasn't for you brothers and sisters supporting us, letting us know that we're heading in the right direction, it's easy to go in the direction that everybody else is going. You know, like I always say, make a booty bait video, but to see that the hard work that we put in, that you guys appreciate it, we appreciate that about you guys. We really do. Will in the building once again. Now, man, let them, he say, no, man, let them go to Medellin. Y'all go, hurry. Andre told you, don't tell them about Cali. That's our spot. It's for real. Hey, y'all see Will is partly joke, but partly true. That's why you guys don't see me do any more Cali videos. You guys haven't seen me do a Cali video in a hot minute. You Medellin boys, y'all ain't coming down here and mess up what we got down here. Y'all don't know how to act. It's not even about being black or white. All y'all, white boys, brothers, Latin dudes, even the Colombians in Medellin getting drugged. How the heck you live there? You went to school with her and she drug you. Anytime the locals getting got, man, please, man, y'all can have Medellin. The locals can't even tell you how to get around the women. They getting them dudes getting drugs. They get drugged too. So don't be trying to come down here to mess with what me and Will got popping off. No. Y'all keep on scampering your little happy on up to Medellin. Keep on following Netflix. Yeah, go ahead. Keep on scampering to Medellin. All the little YouTubers that got y'all convinced of that, y'all keep your butt on down there. Don't be coming down here, because I ain't coming out with no new footage. No new footage on Cali. You can forget about that. The only people that found out about Cali is either have already been here or when they book a consultation and I walk you through everything about the city. You will not be lost. And a lot of times I hang out with y'all anyway, but yeah. But other than that, I'm done with doing the Cali videos. That's done. A lot of people ask me, why don't you do Cali? No. I saw what happened after Ace and them did Medellin. Ace and Flyboy Way and Marwa. Man, y'all went down there acting fool with Ace, Flyboy, and Marwa don't even go down there no more. You ain't seen Ace and Medellin in forever. You don't see Flyboy down there. You don't see Marwa down there. Oh, them dudes like, no, y'all ain't gonna blame us. Okay. Oh, yeah. Your digital nomad visa. This is what we were talking about earlier, guys. It is official. It's on the website. So it's not like it's a myth of the 2-year visa to if you work online and being able to live in Colombia for 2 years with a visa. It is not a myth. It started October 22nd. I already went to the website. Our last video that we dropped, step-by-step instructions on understanding as well. I know I need to drop in that video the link. I thought I did, but I want to make sure I'm going to make sure I do it. I'm going to, after we do this live stream, I want to make sure I drop the link to where you apply for the visa. I thought I put it in the video description, but I want to make sure. But all these things that Gail just thanks again, Gail, just put forth, this is exactly what you need. Proof of employment, whether you work for yourself or you work for somebody else. An open bank account, no matter what part of the world, you gotta have an open bank account. Your passport, of course. Proof that you can make $84 a month, true, and have international medical insurance. Yes. And we're going to be talking about that. What are the international versions of the Blue Cross Blue Shield? We're going to have all that for you guys over the next few videos. But definitely, if you're interested and you work online, you've always wanted to live in Colombia, and your company that you have or the company that you work for are supportive, they finally have the man. If I wasn't married, that would have been the one I had. If I wasn't married, that would have been the one that I have. The digital nomad visa. I kid you not. I've been in Colombia, still making US dollars and living in Colombia. I'd have been good. I would have been good. I'd be like, I'm doing pretty good for myself. Yep. That's the only difference between you guys and me is the fact that you guys get to now have it for 2 years, a 2-year visa under the nomad visa. My visa is under marriage. That's the only difference. Either way, we still going to soccer games together. So that's the cool part. So if you guys are interested, man, I kid you not. And if you don't know like I said, after watching the videos and everything, you don't know how the process works and you're not comfortable with it, or you just don't have time to do it. Like I said, Andrea does them. She does it for so many people. So don't feel uncomfortable with reaching out to us, and Andrea will give you her consultation fee and her application process fee, and she'll hook a brother up. I kid you not. Now, when it comes to visas, no visa is 1,000% guaranteed that you're going to get it, but the percentage is extremely, extremely, extremely high. It is far higher to apply than it would be not to apply. It is far higher to apply. Some of you dudes have stayed over in Colombia over your 180 days when all you had to do now is fill out the man, please. Man, I've been waiting for this for you guys for years. I've been hearing about this for about 4 years. And to finally see it, to actually see it. Man, I'm happy for y'all, man. I won't even lie. I won't even lie. So if you're at any point in time, if you're interested in that, yeah, the 200K celebration, guys, go apply. All right. Dre, you cooking. Get him a chef hat. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Bird says, Andre, that's exactly why within my month of my wife serving me a divorce, within months of my wife serving me a divorce paper, you had my money for a referral. Yes. I know immediately what my priority was, to go to Cali, baby. Yes. Yes. See, some of you guys, see, and I'm with you. Some of you guys keep forgetting. I was married in the States too, 14 years. Stepdad raised them from 4 years old all the way through Bethune-Cookman College. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be in a long marriage to a good person. We're still cool. We're still cool, cordial. We have no ill will towards each other. Not at all. She was the one that gave me the best advice about marriage in regards to me and Andrea. She basically said, don't fuck it up. That was the best advice she gave. She said, Andre, could you do me a favor? I was like, what you need? She said, when it come to you and Andrea, don't fuck it up. I'm like, okay. I don't know if that was a compliment, but okay. But so I know what it's like to have to basically sit back and say, take a deep breath. Okay, I'm older now. Let me start from scratch. If I could start life from scratch, what would I do this time with the lessons that I learned from what happened last time? So, and some of you guys may not be looking to get remarried, but you're still looking to start some things from scratch. And that's what the beauty of that digital nomad visa is, and the retirement visa for a lot of guys. I'll be done in about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. You need water?
I could use some. Thank you, boo.
Thank you, boo.
You know, my throat parched, a little parched. Yes, I do. Solo RD, my man in the building. Solo man, listen. I still, when it comes to in the consultations that I give, and I talk about the check mig and applying the check mig before you come into Colombia, and when you're leaving Colombia, I still use your video as part of the consultation that I get. Thank you, babe. That I give to other individuals. Your video was the best video that I've seen on how to complete the Colombian check mig correctly. So you make no, it's only one page, but it's just the fact that you don't even want to mess up on that one page, knowing that your flight is leaving out in about 2 hours. So shout out to you. Shout out to this man being married with his wife and his children, and they're just living their best life. Man, listen, they are doing it. They are doing it. So this is another example of a man that's come to South America, found his good wife, and enjoying it. And yes, they go back and forth between the States and here, and they live their best life. So when we be hearing dudes talk about they can't find a good woman, ain't no good women in South America, we don't even listen. We sit back and just laugh while we sitting next to our good women. Ain't nothing special about us. We just some regular everyday brothers. But we just decided not to go the route that everybody else was going. I had a conversation with someone about these ugly girls drunk and twos and a bit overweight. Thank you, Solo Art. I know I ain't dumb. I know I'm not dumb. Man, you be seeing these dudes that be getting drugged by these chicks, and you be like, so that's the chick that drugged you, huh? Yeah, she got me. And you looking like, I know chicks that are crossing guards for the kindergartners when they going to school that look better than that chick. Y'all be getting got by the ugly Colombians, man. I ain't gonna even lie. It'll never be like you be like, oh, she fine. Okay. I can see that happening. It's rare. I'm telling y'all, it's rare. So all y'all dudes that be getting drugged, most of y'all ain't impressing nobody. You should be mad at your dang self for letting an ugly girl get you. By way of Colombian standards, you let an ugly girl in Medellin get you. Yep. He ain't lying. He is not lying. He is not lying. We be sitting over here like, man, is that who got you? They drug up chicks and be torn up from the floor up. Yep. Absolutely correct. Looking like dish rags, smelling like zigzags, looking like dish rags. I ain't lying, bro. He said, drug you girls be looking like a Carolina River cricket. Yep, they do. And you be looking like, I kid you not, you be swearing like maybe I'm missing something. Maybe she, maybe she got a better body than that. Some of them just be having like all right bodies. Like when like if you put them in the States, they would stand out a little bit. But here in Colombia, most of the females that be drugging y'all dudes be like some regular looking random chicks. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. If I was single, you better believe the one that would have got me, if I was to ever had got, you better believe you'd have said, I'd have let her get me too, Dre. You better believe that. The ones that y'all be getting got by. That is so true. So true. Shout out to Gail once again. I love you, Gail. Thank you very much in regards to the information and email for a private consultation, aspence2011 at Gmail. Facts. Yeah, man. And nobody ever want to say it. So I figured I'd be the first one to say it. Nobody ever want to say it. Nobody ever want to say, man, hey, dog. That chick you got drugged by a couple months ago? Yeah. So that's the best that you can find, huh? So that's the best. So that's the best that you can find in all of Colombia, in all of Medellin, with all these beautiful, gorgeous paisas in Medellin. The best one that you could find to get drugged by was that, huh? Yeah, bruh. Your picking skills ain't that good. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all be having me rolling with that one. I'm gonna get to these super chats in a minute. He said, on the next episode of Drug the Bro. For real. For real. It be like that, man. And now you guys gonna be looking. And you see, now you guys could go to your WhatsApp and your phones, and the dude that put the ladies that got the drugged them, and you look, and it be just like some regular looking women. It don't be nothing spectacular about them. If you ever notice, the ones that drug these dudes, they just be in a regular shirt. It don't even be like a nice blouse. It is never in a dress. They'll never see them like, oh, look at her, she's a nice dress. Nothing. Just be a regular, random blue jean wearing chick. Ain't never be a hot chick with streaks in her hair, blonde streaks. It'll never be nothing like that. It'll never be a chick that she got Angela Bassett shoulders, because you could tell she been in the gym. She doing CrossFit. It'll never be them chicks. It'll never be them chicks like you can tell, boy, she drugging, but it look like she got a 6-pack, if not an 8-pack. It'll never be them chicks. It'll never be a chick with a small waistline and the butt just flat and the hips just flat out just right. If she got Barry Sanders thighs, nice butt. It'll never be them chicks. Never. It's always looks like some random ran down chick that it was like the club closed in 15 minutes. Let me go ahead and pick her. That's the chicks that y'all be getting drugged by. Like, okay, the club closed in 15 minutes. This is my second day in Medellin. I ain't had no sex with nobody yet. Let me go and grab this one. The one with the packets in her purse. She got packets in her purse. And y'all be going for it. And so when y'all get drugged, we be looking at y'all like, so that's the one you let steal your computer. Them dudes be a computer love. Computer love. Yeah. Even the ones that be getting y'all on Tinder don't be that fine. They don't be that fine, dude. I'm just being honest. I'm being your brother. I'm the ones that y'all be getting got, and y'all even met them on Tinder. They don't even be that fine, man. Not Colombian, Brazilian fine. Please, I ain't about to get drugged by no regular random looking chick that blend in the crowd. Y'all get drugged by chicks that if you put a crowd of Colombian women around her, she'd disappear because she looked like a plain Jane. Them the women that be getting y'all. That's why they can share IDs, because they all look alike. Just a bunch of plain Janes. You don't never be nobody fine, man. I be looking to see if the girl gonna be fine. This is the girl, this is her ID, and this is photos of her Facebook page. And you be like, oh man, wow, okay, here we go. This gonna be a fine one this time. It's gonna be fine. And then you swipe and you look and see the pictures that y'all posted of the girl that drug y'all, and you be looking like, bruh, is this what you let drug you? I'm not one to judge. The Lord says, judge not, lest ye be judged. So just in case y'all ain't never heard nobody say it, y'all chicks that be drugging y'all be busted. Busted. I said it, busted. Y'all don't be having nobody that somebody be like, man, if I was to get drugged, it had to be her. Y'all don't never have them chicks. I'm serious, Wayne. They don't never have them chicks, man. Shout out to Jay Clyde in the building. You don't never be them chicks, man. It be busted chicks. Shout outs. Okay, let me get to the super chats real quick. Black by Design says you should make a private group for exactly vetted serious people. I would definitely join that. I already have a group that's just like that. Yeah, we already have a WhatsApp group. We've had it for 2 years. We got like 100 and like 9. It's like 95 people now. I'm up for getting vetted. Bourbon in hand. Yeah, man. I hey, Black by Design, email us, man, and I'll tell you what steps it takes to get into the WhatsApp group. Yeah, we have our own. We've had it in nothing but serious people. Ain't no pay for play in it, because we got males, females, and couples in our WhatsApp group. It's been around for about 3-4 years. Yeah, about 3-4 years, man. We all been coming together. Usually, and it's usually guys that lately have been guys that have been part of the consultation. If you do a consultation with me, that's like a freebie. If you don't do the consultation, you just want to get in the group. To get in the group is $30. But if you do a consultation, it's part of the consultation. So lately, it's just been the guys or the ladies that do consultation that are getting into the group lately. But we got Losas in there. You got Aces in there. It's so many people are in. Ace is a moderator, but I mean not a moderator, but administrator. But yeah, it's so much information shared. It's called the Colombian Mastermind Group, and it's all about positive people doing positive things on our trips in South America. Yeah, we'll tell you about, like, if you say, hey, where's the best restaurants or the best clubs, or are you guys going out tonight, and we all talk like that. But when it comes to, hey, where's the brothel, we don't talk like that in this group. Or where's the ladies of the night, this ain't the group for that. But we talk about all different type of topics. You got Los in there introducing dudes to crypto on a level, and investments in Colombia on another level that you don't never hear in no other groups. You learn about, we're in Cali, but then you connected with Los in Bogota and Cartagena. You got Medellin dudes off in there, good Medellin dudes off in there. So it's just so much information in the WhatsApp group. The Colombian Mastermind groups. Yeah, we've been around forever with that group. Yeah. Because we knew we needed one. Just like you said, we needed a group of people that were like-minded on a positive scale. There's a bunch of WhatsApp groups that's like Where the ladies, where the ladies, where the ladies. There's nothing wrong with that. Literally, there's nothing wrong with those groups. It's needed. But not everybody's thinking like that all the time. I mean, we got people in there just asking, like, hey, Dre, do you know where a church is when I come to Colombia? Or do you know where a mosque is or a temple because I'm Muslim? So those are the type of things that we have in our groups too. Shout out again. That's exactly why I'm not in Medellin. No way. Y'all stupid. Y'all so stupid, brothers. I swear I ain't mad at you, brother. You know why I'm laughing? Because that's one of the reasons why I ain't in Medellin. You couldn't have, in 2017, 16, you couldn't have sold me on any other place on the planet but Medellin, Colombia. I kid you not, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I was telling God, I want to say thank you for introducing me to Medellin, Colombia. This is my future. This is the perfect place for me. Thank you for Medellin, God. I'm in my prayers at night, Lord. If it wasn't for you introducing me to Medellin, Colombia, I don't know where I would be. I'm happy in Medellin. You can't get me to go to that. Me and Andre went to Medellin and I'm talking about the tourist area of Medellin, not the city. We love Medellin, the city. But the touristy area, you can't get me over there. El Poblado and all that. I can have that. The real city of Medellin, we love it. Beautiful city. Beautiful city. But that tourist area, y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. No, give me Laureles. Y'all can have El Poblado. Give me Envigado. Let me get around regular Colombian people, just regular folks that's living regular lives. All that mess that y'all got going on in the tourist areas, y'all can keep all that. Shout out to my man Russ in the building. Tailor Made Dreams, man. I've been watching Russ. Now it's Tailor Made Dreams TV. I've been watching Russ, man, in Thailand, man, living his best life. Like he said, he pushed the reset button, doing his thing, man. But look at young Andre said the other day, is he losing weight? Is Russ losing weight? He's got that Benjamin Button going on, getting younger and younger. Yeah, we watching your live stream, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Good dude. Good dude. That's some Jews, my brother, dropping tonight. Oh, we didn't even finish the list. Let's go back to the list. Let's go back to the list because there's an important one that I want you guys to see. Let's go. We already talked about cheap fares because we already talked about costs. We already talked, don't be a statistic. Check this one out. One of the reasons why Black people should have a passport is because you are safer abroad. A lot of people don't realize this. Your chances are safer outside of the United States borders. 62% of countries on the Global Peace Index are safer than the United States. It's very likely because of guns, because they have many more guns. I can understand that part with the United States. You know, we love our guns in the United States. Let's look at the Global Peace Index. This is the crazy part. Now, remember, they just said 62% of the world's countries are safer than United States. Not 15%, not 3%, not 20%, not even 50%. 62% of the countries on the planet are safer than the United States. So let's go here, especially since my boy that was on Tailor Made Dreams like to use Wikipedia all the time. Let's do a little bit of Wikipedia. All right. So we're looking at the Global Price Index. The Global Peace Index. And this index is basically what countries are the safest in the world. This is not based off of the crimes, based off of what particular crimes. It's just they put all the crimes together, whether it be petty theft or whether they be mass harm to people, whatever it may be, they put them all together as one. So I'm not about to sit up here and say, well, this crime is worse in the United States and this one is better. No. This is as soon as you land in that country, Is that country safe? That's what this list is. Is that country safe if you get off a plane in that country? Here's the list. We're going to look for the United States. Iceland, New Zealand, Ireland, Denmark, Austria, Portugal. Now, mind you, I'm going to pause right here. It does not mean that these countries do not have crimes. All countries have crimes. I'm not saying that these countries don't have crimes. Shout out to Los. I'm going to come back to the super chats in a minute. But it's saying based off of you getting off a plane, because we're looking at it from that perspective. If you get off a plane going into that place, how safe is it? These are the safest places so far. Czech Republic, Singapore. Now, we all know that there are some things that in Singapore, you can sit back and say, hey, that's not safe. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just in general. You getting off the plane, you are less likely to walk into a crime, okay, immediately. Japan, Switzerland, Canada. We all know Canada. And even though the little crimes that they do have in Canada is still based off of, in general, their safest. Hungary, Finland. Let's look for the United States. We just did. Let's look through the top 25. Do you guys see the United States anywhere in the top 27? Anywhere. Anywhere. When you get off the plane, is it one in the top 27 that you are going to be safe when you get off the plane? No. I know Malaysia got a flag like the United States, but that's not the United States, okay? All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Let's go to the top. United States got to be like in the top 45, right? We got Qatar, Poland, Australia, Spain, Italy, the UK, number 34 in the world for safest. Costa Rica, number 38. Kuwait. Come on, Kuwait and Ghana. I'm trying to find the United States as the safest. Come on now. We've just been through 40. Let's go through the next list. United States got to be on the next one. Come on. We're talking about the United States of America, the country that we know and love when it comes to safety. We got South Korea, Vietnam, number 44. Serbia, number 52. Greece, number 53. Chile, Zambia. Come on, the United States. Wait a minute. We just went through 56 countries. You just getting off the plane for safety factors, and the United States still ain't on the list yet. Let's keep on scrolling. It's got to be in the top 75. It's got to be. Let's go down to 75. It's got to be in the top 75. Anybody see United States yet? I see Argentina, Panama, Morocco. I'm seeing United States yet. We have gone through, let's see, look at, no. We have gone through 75 countries, Libya. Come on, we're not saying these countries have no crime, but we're talking about you just getting off the plane for safety. Where is the United States? Let's go to 100 then. It's got to be in the hundreds, right? In the top hundreds. It's only 200 plus countries in the world. Come on, United States. Cuba. It's got to be safer than Cuba, right? Where is it then? It's got to be safer than Cuba. Georgia. Come on now. China. It's got to be safer than China, right? Sri Lanka. Where is the United States? We have gone through 100 countries. 100 countries when it comes to when you get off the plane and you can be at peace that ain't nothing gonna happen to you immediately. We went through 100 countries. We still ain't seen the United States yet. Let me go to these super chats real quick. Shout out to D-May in the building. Shout out, brother. Keep grinding. Moving to Thailand in a few. I ain't mad at you, brother. Moving to Thailand. I plan visiting Colombia soon. All right, brother. Look forward to seeing you down here. He said, well, I'm talking smack and I'm already in the Bernie, you still Bernie is in the group. All right, Black by Design says, I'm getting consultation soon. I'm still not sure if I want to settle there yet. It's a toss up between Cali, Colombia, and Pattaya, or I hope I pronounce it. I always say Pattaya. I know you guys are saying it differently where you're there, but I hope you guys blame it on my head, not my heart. But I'm probably try Cali first. Profe Don Omar say, Dre, what did I just come across a YouTube host job remote? Yeah. Looking for a Spanish. See what I'm saying? The things that your passport causes you to do. Online job opportunity. It's a big one, Elizabeth. This is the big one, Elizabeth. I ain't mad at you. Los in the building. Shout out to the mastermind group. Los is in there. Positive people. Get your Bitcoin crypto up. Yes, man. If you don't know nothing about crypto, you just lost. You don't know a thing. You need to be in the mastermind group. Los gives us so much knowledge about investing and understanding Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin itself, but the blockchains and the little things that are coming down the turnpike. All that you learn in the group, all of it. I kid you not. You're gonna need the people, yes, because they're going away from paper dollars. You better believe that one. I know that. Let's scroll down. Scroll down. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. He said, shit, I was done with that list once I saw Kuwait in the top 50. Okay, come on now. Let's keep going, though. Black people, get your passports. Shout out. Let's keep going on this list. Like in the immortal words of LL Cool J first album, and my rhyme ain't done. My rhyme ain't done. Yeah, I bust y'all with a throwback on that one. Here we go. All right, we're going to find the United States. Now, we went through a top 100. Okay, 101, Peru. Let's Haiti? Haiti is 115 of the safest countries in the world when we put all the crimes together. See, y'all sit back and think about maybe 1 or 2 crimes. Y'all thinking like, well, Haiti, this, that, and this. But y'all thinking about 1 or 2 crimes. No. This list is all the crimes against a person. If it's robbery, if it is theft, if it is touching a woman's body in a way she doesn't want, all this combined, that's what this list is. Can your woman get off a plane in this country and not have all the crimes happen to her? That's what this list is for. Honduras, South Africa. We're going to find the United States. Egypt, number 126. Oh, the United States. The United States is commonly known as the United States country. It consists of just give me a little bit of information on the states. Yes, the United States among all the countries in the world for safety, 129. And y'all sitting back thinking about, well, that country has bombings, or that country has, or this other country has this and that. Yeah, them countries ain't got no school. Ain't nobody walking but nobody's school in other countries for the most part. Yeah, we can criticize other countries, but there ain't nobody walked up in Target and trying to kill all people of a particular background. Yeah, they may bomb a mosque here and there or a temple. United States, they walking straight up in there with gun in hand, having prayer with you. Will stand up after prayer in a prayer circle and put a hot ball in everybody. That's the United States. United States got some of the most famous serial killers in the world. That's the United States. Hustlers. Every country got scammers. United States scam their own old people. They scam anybody they can get their hands on. United States scammers is it don't matter what race you are, they want to scam you. No matter what height, color, age, they scam you when you first go to college with credit cards. Hey, you want a t-shirt? Just fill his credit card for him out. And now you owe debt for the credit card that you got when you was in college. Scam. They scam you when you get old, knowing that you on Social Security and that's all you got. They scam you on trying to get you to buy a new roof. Scams. United States. But what about Colombia? All right, here we go. Let's go. You know, we know Colombia ain't known at the top of the safety list anyway. But let's see how far Colombia is behind the United States. Since my man want to do the Wikipedia on us, we got 129 for United States. Let's go to Colombia. Right there, 144. Colombia and United States at the kitty table with Brazil, India, Israel, Palestine. All of us at the kitty table of safety. So when y'all sit back and talk about and act as if the United States is oh so safety, I'm sorry, I didn't show y'all the list. My bad. Here we go. Right here. United States, 129. Colombia, 144. In the same party, at the same kitty table. United States ain't at the table with the big dogs and the adults eating a big piece of chicken. Nope. United States sitting in a corner with the rest of the little kids with Mexico, Lebanon, Iran, Zimbabwe, Egypt, Philippines, Brazil. United States at the same party with the rest of us. So when, like I said, so when you sit back and y'all be talking about like the United States is all that is, it's just the land of milk and honey. It's just so safe here. Not according to the International Peace Safety Index, it's not. It's sitting at the same kitty table as Brazil, Colombia, Palestine, and Egypt. Same kitty table. Same kitty table. United States ain't no safer than Brazil. Ain't no safer than Colombia. Ain't no safer than if you go to Israel. Ain't no safer. So all that little myth about Colombia is dangerous. United States at the same dang kitty table. And I've been saying that for the longest. That's what my point was on that live stream. Ain't even in the top 50 safest countries. Ain't even in the top 30 safest countries in the world. Ain't even in the top 30. Ain't even in the top 100. If United States safety was an album, it would have flopped. If safety in the United States was an album, it would have flopped a long time ago. Man, y'all better stop it, man. Y'all better stop it, man. We're the safest place in the world, okay? Y'all got just as many iron gates on y'all windows that any other country got. Oh, United States so safe? Even McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken got bulletproof glass. At least in Colombia, you could get a taxi. When the last time you saw a taxi in Colombia with bulletproof glass? I'll wait. When the last time you got in a taxi in the United States in the bulletproof glass? All throughout Chicago, all throughout Detroit. Come on now. That's what my point is. When you get your passport, you get a chance to discover things on your own and not let somebody else dictate the definition for you. Now I'm about to wrap this one up. I know there's a few other things on the list, but mainly that's what we want to go through by letting you guys know that there are so many opportunities for Black people. We should all, and I mean it. No, I don't want to use the word all because Pookie and Ray Ray and Nook Nook and them, some of them need not get their passport yet. They need prayer. But most of us should definitely definitely get our passports. If you don't have your passport yet, make sure you do that for yourself for Christmas, and make sure you do that for yourself for New Year's. Well, once again, my name is Andre of Love Crossing Borders. Your girl Andrea will be here mañana to do her live stream, and then you're back stuck with me on Friday with Friday Night Drink in Hand. We're going to have a good time this Friday. I'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you later. I ain't got nothing but love for you. And I am out of here, man. I'm about to get some rest because, like I said, I got to drop the brother off at the airport in the morning.